Like, man, what the fuck? Y'all niggas can't tell me nothing. They grinding till I see blood. Like, man, what the fuck?
Oh, man, it makes me want to podcast. That wasn't a fart. That was the chair.
Yeah.
That was not a fart.
We're going to get a lot of that in this episode because Alex is a little bit nervous because we've got a big episode today.
Biggest episode of our career, actually.
Summertime special episode. Drake is going to be on the podcast.
Yes.
But first, before Drake, we're getting famed UK rapper JoeJas back on the show. We had him on for episode 50. Check that episode out if you want to see the introductory interview, more so kind of just getting to know him. But we kept in touch over the year, and he's been doing some stuff we want to talk to him about. He's been
going mental in it.
He's going crazy out in the UK. So we're going to get him on in a bit. Rapcast episode 68 if you're new here.
And we're doing separate microphones this time for audio purposes.
Well, I just don't want. I don't want to share the same mic as you.
There's
cooties.
There's been a couple COVID outbreaks.
Yeah.
COVID 24. We're bringing it back to make podcasting better.
Yes, people have to stay inside, listen to us more.
That was really the goal, the glory days.
Well, that's when we started our podcast in COVID. That was when we started.
Yeah.
And that's when we had a lot more views, honestly. So you know what? Maybe you're right.
So to my left here is the boy, Toronto's own.
They call me YJ out in the streets.
YJ.
Young Jizz in the sheets.
Yeah, and Jizzy.
Andrew is my government name. Jizzy is
your gang name.
It's my pet name. Yeah, it's my girlfriend calls me Jizzy. Yeah.
No way. Really?
No, I would love it though.
Yeah. That would
boost my ego like crazy. It would just make me want to rap so much harder. I'm like, oh yeah, I am Jizzy. You're right.
Yeah, it's better than being called
on the mic.
Cummy.
Yeah. To the right. To my right is.
Well,
let me introduce you.
Okay.
As you said before, that we're probably going to cut. Weighing in at 300 pounds in this corner.
Okay, so you had to bring the weight joke back. This is fat phobic, quite frankly.
And what are you going to do about it?
What am I? Well, first I'm going to introduce myself.
Okay, fair enough.
Fat rights activist, Alex, the buddy, the friend to all.
Except for, you know who. There we go.
That's accurate.
Hey.
And pivoting away from that conversation, we will be first. We want to give a bit of an update.
Well, first,
yes.
Behind the boards is our little baby bird.
My apologies.
Our little baby bird that finally flew the coop. Is that that's the term, right?
One flew the cuckoo's nest.
Yeah. Jay Pasty,
aka PJ Martian, aka Clit Liquor.
Oh boy, I don't like this new Josh. I don't like him. If you're listening, you better get your man under control here because this is interesting.
This bird has what's the? Isn't there a
flew the coop?
There's a Beatles song, and your bird can sing.
Is that a Beatles song?
No, and Norwegian Wood. This bird has flown.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, you're wearing the hat, man. Come on. The hat's a little too tight. I think it's.
I know
oxygen isn't getting there.
It's cutting off brain circulation. But the point being, this is just our Rapcast studio now. None of us live here.
No, Pasty's out of here. I've been out of here. Alex has never been here, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is the stew now. So. But we're keeping it here. Maybe in the future we'll do. I mean, literally next episode is going to be another special summer episode. It'll be out in Toronto. We're going to be covering some concerts that me and Buddy here are going to.
Yep.
It'll be a Joshless one. So if all the fans out there that hate Josh can't stand him, make sure to watch that one.
All the fans who can't stand me, I understand.
Yeah. And
wow,
I'm sure we'll do a Hamilton episode at some point as well. Because you guys are both out in the Hammer, so. And we can say that because it's a big city, and try to find them, guys. If you're out there, try to find these guys. See what happens.
All right, maybe don't.
Well, no, come on.
You don't want to go to the neighborhood that I live in, so.
The mean streets. Josh just moved in, and he has already been mugged 6 times.
I nothing left.
Yeah.
That shirt on your back, it's your only thing.
You had to get a new shirt because the rest of them got stolen. Oh boy. Yeah, linked below will be a GoFundMe for Josh, but we'll be taking most of the money.
Okay, here's a transition. Speaking of crime,
do it to him.
The criminal Drake is once again on his back foot. He had a second to be like, okay, it's all over. You know,
he had a second to control the narrative, and then he dropped Wagwan Delilah and the Sexy Red collab.
And then he went to Michael Rubin's all-white 4th of July party where all the Illuminati celebrities get together to eat children.
Well, it's all white because they want to see the blood on the clothes at the end of the night.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Exactly. Which also the all-white party was invented by a Mr. P. Diddy himself, the Diddler.
Is that true? Oh boy.
Yeah, and it's always seemed weird to me, those pictures from the all-white party.
Yeah.
I think it's been going on for 4 or 5 years by now. And
I never really paid attention until this year because of the circumstances around it.
Yeah, and just the picture of Drake that came out of it where he's trying to smile next to Glorilla.
Yeah.
I was just like...
And he looks like he aged 10 years.
Yeah, he looks bad.
Yeah.
And on the last episode, we were steeped in Kendrick One Button world, and it was actually starting to annoy me a little bit. Like the Kendrick fans were starting to, because the jokes were getting, but then it's all back now that the pop-up happened.
Yeah.
I didn't even think the pop-up was gonna be
a big thing.
I thought I was stupid. I thought it was gonna be more of like a serious thing for like black rights or whatever, but like,
I mean, it was serious in its own way.
It was in its own way, but it was also just a straight up party, and he played all the diss records.
Literally last episode, maybe we'll clip it if we can find it. I was like, do you think he's gonna play the diss songs? And you said, no, I don't think so. Are going to be there at the show, and Mustard is going to be there, DJ Mustard.
Okay, so people are going to go into it expecting something.
Yeah. The fact that it's on Juneteenth too is like, okay.
But I feel like he's going to just go the high road and
maybe. I wouldn't be surprised either way.
Be wholesome, like we know he is. You know.
Yeah. I don't think he's gonna.
I said Kendrick the high road. But,
But then he came out with Euphoria. I'm like, oh, it's over, man. It's. I mean, it's been over, but it's. He's shoveling more dirt on top of the grave. You know what I'm saying?
And then he dropped the video as well, like 2 weeks
Not Like Us
after
video
that.
on July 4th, on the same day as the all-white party, the same day that Drake was there. We'll talk about both things right quick before we get to JoeJas on the horn here. I watched the majority. I think I watched almost the whole thing of the pop-up show. It was just on Twitch. I was at work, but in the kind of the back room of my dispensary, you can just kind of chill there when it's dead, right? And I was turning up just by myself with a bunch of weed in the room, and just like, you know, it was a great time. All the old he played the fucking hits, he played the diss records, he brought out fucking, I mean, even before Kendrick got on, it was already crazy. Who did they have there? They had like Tyler showed up, Steve Lacy, like some of these guys that don't have, you know, are completely separate from this whole thing, like.
Yeah, well, I think it was kind of the LA scene.
Yeah, it was a whole LA event, and that was the whole kind of theme of it, was to get everyone in LA kind of united under this.
And he had like the Crips and Bloods up there, like, you know, everyone unity, getting along.
Yeah,
which was actually like a great moment.
Yeah,
he dressed. I saw a thing about how he was like dressing like Tupac dressed in a famous thing.
I saw it as well. Yeah.
So you know, embodying the spirit of Tupac again. That was a nice touch. Yeah, it went off. Like, I did not think that he would be playing Not Like Us like 6-7 times.
Yeah, he ran it back, man.
Bringing out Dr. Dre for that.
But yeah, when he brought out Dr. Dre, and they did, I can't remember which song they did.
They did California Love.
Yeah, of course. And then Kendrick was like, Dre, tell, you got something to say, what is it? And then Dre's like, all right, everyone quiet down. And then Dre's like, I see dead people. and then it's 7 times in a row. The fact that he got Dr. Dre, a legend, but also a criminal in his own right, to do that. Maybe hypocritical, but it's still it's a crazy power move, for sure. A bunch of other people. Roddy Ricch was there. Obviously, DJ Mustard had a whole set. And Kendrick brought out TDE. He brought out Absol, Schoolboy Q, J-Rock, and that was that was an insane moment to me. I was like, when he was doing 616 in LA, which is like how could you Like what? That one I didn't expect at all. 616 in LA.
Yeah.
Obviously, we knew he wasn't going to do Meet the Grams as much as, you know, maybe I wanted it and some people wanted it. There was no way he could pull that off. But he did a little bit of not Meet the Grams, 616 in LA with Ab-Soul there, and I'm like, man, this is like, I could have cried almost, man. I was like, fuck, dude. Just because, like, Black Hippie's been a thing since I got into hip-hop around, like, 2013, 14. They've been back, even before that, like 2010, they've been a thing, and obviously they've all moved on, and they've done their own stuff, and they paved their own way, and they don't really have time to, you know, collab and all that kind of stuff anymore, which makes sense. But the fact that they were all still tight like that and got all up on stage or hyping each other up, doing the old classic songs, that was such a special moment to me. It
was like a high school reunion kind of in a way.
And yeah, Q did that part, and Collard Greens, of course, which was great. J-Rock did Wow, I think, and they did the fucking King's Dead freestyle, whatever that one's called. Well, off the Black Panther soundtrack, which was crazy. But they didn't give Ab-Soul a solo song, which as an Ab-Soul stanie, I'm like, that's kind of disappointing. But also, they were talking about, like, they were literally, Kendrick and Q were like helping him walk across the stage because he's literally like almost blind at this point, like Ab-Soul. It's sad, but because I remember I talked about that last year when I went to see him live, and he was like, yeah, I can hardly see any of you motherfuckers in here, like, so it makes sense maybe why he didn't do a song, because, you know, he's not as able to anymore, but it's still great that he was out there for that moment. And yeah, Kendrick bringing all those people out at the end with the photo. It's legendary shit, man. Like, fucking Drake couldn't do that. Like,
I love watching the downfall of Drake.
Yeah, we're seated.
Even more than seeing the TDE reunion. Like,
yeah.
Sure, yeah, that was great, but I've been observing the Drake fan base melting down over this,
complete denial,
insisting that the song's just not good, that Drake revived Kendrick's career.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
No one would be bumping this if it wasn't for Drake.
My favorite
is such a cope.
Is the you know, oh, he's milking it. He's doing too much, but it's like,
you're saying that
Drake won,
about Drake,
he would have done that for years, man. Like, when Drake won against Meek Mill, he was, the whole rest of the year it was fuck Meek Mill for him. Like,
yeah,
it's the same thing.
Of course you're gonna Kendrick's like marketing strategy has just been great.
Yeah,
throughout this whole thing.
He's won on
really
almost every level, and obviously we're gonna come off as, you know, as a glizzy riders.
Yeah, the glazing is crazy, but.
Glizzy Glazers, if you will.
The thing is, like, I'm starting to see these things where it's like the Drake fan base is starting to seem more like an Andrew Tate style fan base now. You know what I mean? Where immediately when he's brought up, you have to contend with the fact that people are going to say allegations. He's a sex trafficker. He's been involved in all these horrible things. Yeah. And then the response for some of these people is, well,
it's no proof.
Yeah, or either that or, well, you wish you could be that cool, but you're not. You don't have the Sigma mindset like Drake does. Okay, you wish you could be a sex trafficker.
I haven't seen much of that.
No, I actually don't.
I can see the slippery slope. I haven't seen much of it myself, but yeah, I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah, I remember I saw a tweet that was like, the lover boy method is a term for sex trafficking term.
Lover boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like.
There's a lot of layers. There's layers and layers and layers to this. And you know what? If you're new to the Rapcast, we typically don't get into too much of the layers. We just kind of have fun and goof and just treat this as a conversation between friends. So if you want all the specific little fucking things, you're not going to get that here.
I found some crazy podcast that's like part 9 of
Not Like Us video or whatever.
Like diving into the Drizzler and his connections he has to like shady business people out in Europe.
You gotta send me that link, because I am
I don't even want to I don't even want to become that annoying of a person, but like this information is out there. But we're not really we're not a crime podcast. We're a Rapcast,
as much as I want to be.
Yeah. I mean, it might be a crime how many podcasts we've done.
Yeah.
68. Yeah.
Jeez.
69 coming up soon though.
Yeah.
So
special episode. At this point, I mean, I think every episode, for the past like 5 episodes, we talked about the beef at least a little bit. We'll just say, you know, at this point, like with the pop-up and the music video, it's probably over at this. I imagine Kendrick now is gonna do like album rollout, album cycle kind of shit. He teased like a little snippet before the Not Like Us music video. That was pretty hard, and people are saying like, yeah, he's gonna do like a classic West Coast LA. Yeah,
he's kind of rapping.
Yeah, like, just like straight up rap record, which
he's
super
influenced by like newer guys from the LA scene and kind of rapping like them a little bit more.
Yeah, hopping on certain
which is cool to
production.
see.
But yeah, I'm excited for that. It sounds hard.
Yeah, I mean the music video itself.
Great.
I mean, Whitney Alford showed up and they all danced around and
danced on his grave,
made fun of him, which was great.
That was probably the most insane thing there. Just a lot of cool visuals and shit too. There was the owl pinata, which was funny. The whole wop 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 wop.
Yeah.
There was the storage container shots that I thought were visually like really cool. And I'm like, oh, this is a cool like setting for a thing, but I didn't really think much of it. And then people online were being like, oh, does this have to do with like sex trafficking, like with the containers and shit? And I'm like, okay, like maybe, but like I almost don't want it to be, you know. I almost just rather.
I think it was just a cool thing.
I think it was just a cool shot. But I'm not gonna put anything past Kendrick at this point. You can tell that he's petty as fuck and he doesn't want to let this go.
Well,
so
I think
just
there are certain things like, you know, when the lyrics about in cell block 1 or whatever, and it's like him in his room.
He's in like almost.
And he's
a
like doing prison style workouts and like that. You know that. I got that imagery, like that wasn't too much of a stretch.
Yeah.
But like I think a lot of it is just for fun. Like I don't think it's that deep.
No, yeah.
Like,
a lot of the
driving
shots
around the cool car with DJ Mustard.
Yeah, like the whole crowd of people going crazy, and he brought out like TD guys were there, Black Hippie was there, and apparently Thundercat and Steve Lacy were also like in the music video like for a second, like they were there for the shoot. Which is like, damn man, yeah. Some of these guys are just like it just goes to show that like some of these people that have nothing to do with the beef show up on Kendrick's side to. I mean, obviously it's for a concert, and it's for a bigger thing. Like Kendrick even said during the pop-up show, like this isn't about a song, this isn't about a back and forth. This is a bigger moment than that. But like, at this point, you are kind of picking a side here.
Well,
like, is Tyler going to work with Drake again? I mean, they didn't really work together before, but like Tyler did bring out Drake for the disastrous Camp Flog Gnaw.
Yeah, Drake got booed at Camp Flog Gnaw. That was already not gonna get patched up or whatever. Like, you know. Yeah, I think like people showing up, you are tacitly saying that,
in a way you are for sure, right?
You know, what have these people also seen about Drake and just like shady stuff in the music industry that might have happened?
Like, Kendrick, the people are being like, it's not that deep, but it's like, but it is deep a little. Like, it is. It's not that deep, but
it does mean something.
It means something, yeah.
As much as people want to just put it out of their minds,
push it under the rug or whatever.
Yeah, this will be an interesting thing to talk about in the future, but I think we've kind of said everything there is to say at this point.
Yeah, I mean, who's to say? I mean, that's the thing. Like, I was thinking about this earlier today. Like, Kendrick and Drake are going to come out with albums probably within the next year, I would say, both of them. Drake to save face and Kendrick to capitalize.
Yeah.
And I feel like after those two albums come out, assuming that there's not any more like shots taken on either of them, then we can fully put it behind us. But I think like wait till a body of work comes out and see what that does, see what that says. And then
I don't know. I don't think it's ever going away though.
No, it's always going to be a looming cloud over
like
the
Drake
game.
did have a new song on the Camila Cabello album.
I meant to listen to it too. I just never got around to it.
He's doing the accent thing again. You know, whatever. You know, he's just having fun with it.
Yeah.
The accent thing never really offended me because I like accents.
I never liked it was just the one on the song War he had off that Dark Lane demo tapes where he was doing like I think it was he was doing like the British accent or something like that, and that was just really, for whatever reason, that one like really rubbed me the wrong way.
Right.
I think at that point that was like the most egregious example of his accent work at that time, and I was like, oh, I don't like that at all.
We should ask JoeJas about that, by the way.
How he feels about Drake appropriating the accent,
or just accents in general, because he has an interesting accent where he almost sounds Canadian. Like
it comes and goes too. Even when we were talking to him last time, like there was some times where okay, you could easily tell, right, and other times where you couldn't, right.
It's probably just a London thing, like it's a regional thing.
And it doesn't really come off in his music all that much either. But I'm sure if you listen closer. Let's get him on the horn here. JoeJas, Rapcast episode 68. Everyone stick around for after the interview as well. There will be timestamps in the description if you're listening to this on YouTube, on Spotify. Also, our Instagram is at SuperFinger Inc. for all that kind of stuff, and our TikTok.
It's been a pretty good amount of music that came out.
Yes.
Anderson .Paak, Lil Yachty and James Blake.
Yep. Gambino new song, new album soon. Eminem soon.
Lupe Fiasco dropped.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about all that kind of stuff afterwards. So check that out. Keep it locked in for that. I think we good. Like, man, what the fuck? Let's go, JoeJas. You good, baby?
Yeah, you can hear me?
Yeah, we got you. Do you want to make sure you're recording on your end as well, just so we have it in case?
I was gonna will it work if I record through Logic? Hold up.
A fellow Logic user. Look at that.
Come on, man. Yeah. Wait. All right. Cool. There we go. Yo. Yeah.
Perfect.
That should be good.
First question. What the fuck is up?
Nice. Sync that.
My ceiling.
You sly dog, you.
Oh, man.
JoeJas, welcome back to the Rapcast. I want to issue an apology right off the bat because this is episode 68. We could have got you on 69.
Oh, man. Could have got freaky.
That's our fault, and we're working behind the scenes to figure that out.
I'm out of here.
I knew this was gonna happen.
It's okay. I got special things planned for episode 69.
Yeah, we got some stuff.
I'm installing a sex swing in here.
I'm wearing no clothes, I think. No clothes podcast. It's going to be great.
No, but for real.
Could have been 69, man.
When's the new album dropping?
Well, are we getting right into that? Hold on.
Well,
take him out to dinner first.
Get the plugs out of the way.
Okay, fine.
No date, no roses, just straight. Damn.
Raw dogging.
All right, you're working on new music. That's correct?
I am.
Perfect.
I'm actually I was actually supposed to drop a song at the start of this month. But yeah, I'm still
still in the lab.
Perfection takes time.
What's that?
I said perfection takes time, you know?
It takes time.
Don't we know it? Well, we also saw it seemed like you were pretty busy with your pop-up shop and your shows this month. That was crazy. You did a whole week.
Yeah.
Tell us about how you organized that. Tell us about like why you wanted to do that, what the motivation was, like what kind of work went into that.
Basically it's something I've done since 2019. Damn, motherfucker get old.
Oh man.
But yeah, it's something I've done since 2019. It's just like a cool thing where it's like I can just like grab all the artists I think are cool and just have like a mini festival in the store. It's like free. Like everyone kind of does it out of love. And then I'm just like, cool. I put my money to the store, put all my clothes there. Hopefully just like make some money off that. Then I get like some of the homies who make like clothes and stuff, like Off Topic. That's my homie Bryce. Like he makes his stuff and I'm just like, yo, I've been bringing him through since the second one. That was in 2022 because obviously COVID.
Right.
But yeah, like the whole reason for doing it is just like, I think it's just to show that like there's something here that's going on, and even just to like have fun. I think that is the main bit. It's like I get to put on something where every day, the days I'm not performing, I just get to be a spectator,
right,
and watch music that I like. And I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I get to like sell clothes I've made.
Yeah. You come for the socks.
Around the store. You
stay for the raps, you know?
Yeah.
You get them in with those SpongeBob socks. That's how you get them.
That's awesome. That's beautiful. So I think we talked about last time how like the scene is interesting out in the UK because a lot of the time people just want to hear certain like the way that it gets exported out to like the US is interesting, that you get the drill movement and all that kind of stuff, like so, but you're making like different new shit for the scene, so it's great that you have like you're building a community over there. That's awesome. Because we saw I also saw that you're starting up you did the Fat Llama Instagram page and you're getting that stuff, you're building out the brand there, which is that gonna be, is that like a label, and if so, where do we sign?
Nah, man. You know, I've had that the Fat Llama ground since I think 2017.
Okay.
I'm gonna say. But yeah, like nah, I was actually gonna make it a label. I think when I first started like doing it, I think that was in 2014. I just had the
You're
idea,
aging yourself here,
and I
JoeJas. You're aging yourself here.
Niggas don't know I'm 68.
68 on Rapcast, episode 68. It's perfect.
Damn.
Your 68th birthday.
Look at that.
I'm locked in, but like, yeah, I think my original plan was it to be like, yo, I'm gonna get like all the homies that rap and then sign them and shit like that. And then I was like, oh, okay. I've never seen like groups and stuff really lost. So what I'd rather do is like use everything that I can to help build my friends, and it just be like, I don't know how, like, you know how like Pharrell was connected to like Timbaland, and then Timbaland to Missy Elliott, and then the Clips, like sort of like that, where it's like, oh, there's a through line with these people, and they all like mess with each other,
right?
Because I think like groups can get messy because it's like, what about if I don't have the same creative idea as this person this time? And then I'd rather just be like, okay, if you want a beat, let's go. You want a music video, let's go. Like, you want a show, let's go. I can do that. Yeah. And it's like, there's no pressure in anything.
Right. I mean, take it from us. Groups can get messy. The amount of times we almost taken our shirts off on this podcast and just wailed on each other.
Oh, man.
Boy. If I had a nickel.
But we do know what you mean, though. Like, rapping with all your friends, and like one of them moves out to fucking middle of nowhere, the other one's, you know, like, okay, we can't do the Odd Future thing anymore. We have to like
our group kind of imploded on us during COVID times.
But everyone that has their own creative lanes, and you know, we're all gonna, you know, support each other, and like that's kind of where we relate, I think, on that level.
I think that's it. It's just like there's always going to be support for each other, and I think that's like the real through line in things. Because I feel like sometimes even past like groups, like people just come together. Something I've been seeing lots, I guess, it's like the more you just see other shit and you're just in music and shit, and no matter what level, it's like people just go like, yo, let's link up, and it's like people they really don't fuck with, and like it's mad obvious, but it's just like, I think this person has enough clout, and you got the numbers, and I got the numbers, and if we all link up, we're like a fucking huge megazord, and then it never works out because there's no, like, you couldn't just chill with this person.
Yeah, because the heart's not there. You couldn't.
It's for clout. Yeah, it's like it's not real friendship. I feel like there's in a normal friend group, there's only one guy who's really good enough as a rapper, you know, like, and the other one, like, okay, you can have the camera, take some good shots, you know, you can do a good drawing or whatever, but like not everyone's that great of a, but like you're a good rapper. I'm just gonna say that.
Well,
sick rapper.
Hot take on the Rapcast out here. We saw you. You posted the "What the Fuck" music video recently, which is fire. I think probably my favorite one so far. I loved the hat. Yeah, that hat shot with like the. Did you just take a bunch of like photos like that? Yeah, for the thumbnail. Let's all just take a second. Let's go. Oh, he's got the teeth through.
Teeth out. Oh, the teeth through it. Yeah, okay, I wasn't even doing it right.
No,
Fuck.
We weren't doing it right. I blame Alex for that one. That's a misstep on his part. How did you do like that? I'm just curious because I am a photographer and a videographer, and we've done music videos and stuff in the past. And in terms of that shot, did you take a bunch of photos of you like doing the shit, like how, like, or did you edit it in a certain way?
Yeah, yo, there's like a photo of like the prototype of like that what I had, because what was it? It was like a day before I did a shoot at my homie's house. He has this brand called Teeth. So like I just put my hat like that and just showed my teeth.
Nice.
And I just thought, this is a funny picture. And then I kept looking at it on my phone, and I don't know why, but the original one looks like dumb as hell. Like I got like the iPhone 7 quality. Like it looks like blurry. It looks like poop.
Awesome.
But so I was just like looking at it, and then I quit looking at it. And then when we were doing the shoot, I just did it. Like I just did it in the shoot. And then I looked at that one. Obviously, that's like a high quality image now. I'm like, yo, that's kind of tough. and I had like an idea for the music video already for that bit, and I completely scrapped it. And I was like, it has to be this.
Nice.
Like, just this. And that was it. That was literally
That's
it.
awesome.
Yeah,
is
it's
it
a very
just
simple video, but effective. Like the green screening and that you did was top notch. But it was also like, it was like funny enough. Like it wasn't like taking itself too seriously.
Yeah.
Yes,
But
sir.
when you're driving the truck, like that was some funny shit.
Yeah. It's
No,
he's
truck
got he's
was
got
my
the vision.
favorite.
He can make it happen, man. And is it just you kind of behind the camera, behind the scenes, or do you have like a team that's working with you as well in terms of the music video stuff?
Just me. Just
Ooh,
me.
wow. Inspiring.
Yeah.
Solo dolo.
All the kids out there, because I know our audience is mainly ages 6 to 9. So all the kids out there listening, just remember that, kids. You can do it yourself.
Come on, man. They about to grow up and be as old as me one day. 70.
We're all getting. Oh, he's aging during this podcast.
Yeah.
This is. Oh my god, we gotta hurry up here.
Gotta watch out.
He's Benjamin Buttoning right now in front of us.
The What the Fuck song is great. It's seriously great though. I want to props for that one. And I love how in your music there's always kind of like there's kind of a message, like a chase your dreams kind of vibe, like underneath what usually on most songs, that song we had where it's like just be free, like that one I was listening to earlier as well.
Geeks,
speak on that.
losers,
you know, are you trying to mold the new generation or what?
I guess sometimes it's just like a message to myself, but like also to other people.
Yeah.
I guess it starts off as like in my earlier shit, it was just like, yeah, bro, like I just need to hear that.
Yeah.
But then like you go on and it's like I'm still like trying to figure like the whole shit out, but then people coming to me like, yo, that shit like that made me do. I remember some guy was like, yo, that made me start doing like photography and shit, just like listen to a song. I was like, what the fuck? Like people
That's the
told me
dream,
like
man.
shit like that. So I'm just like, if I can, I guess it's just become like a part of me. It's a part of something I believe in. Like no matter what I do, you do, anyone, like as long as you do what you're doing, you'll find some way of figuring it out. And I guess it's a good thing to tell yourself in the mirror as well. But
For sure.
also like things I've heard from people that I look up to, just like songs and shit, where it's like, I remember You Can Do It Too by Pharrell on In My Mind, like stuff like that. It's just like, oh yeah, I really can. And just like hearing that and just, I don't know. It's like a message I always want to put in. Yeah. Hopefully I explained that right.
No, yeah, having the positive energy and having like that positive influence on people has gotta feel good. And it's gotta get your ego big.
That's the thing. I don't want my ego to get freaked out. Like,
well, let me ask you this then. How did you feel about the Fantano shout out? Because that I would have pissed my pants.
Crazy. That was crazy. But nah, that was dope. Because I guess like Fantano is someone I've been watching since I was like, as a 72-year-old man. I've been watching him since I was 55. So, you know, that's quite a few years. But like, so you know, like it was just like dope. Because I was even talking to my homie. We were on the train like just a few days back, and it was like I loved the whole thing, but it was just so. I think the awesome bit was like seeing my picture like next to Fantano. And then him saying JoeJas. Like, I didn't give a fuck about anything else. Just those two things.
So even if you hated it, just the fact that you were getting reviewed
just
was
getting
like,
in the mix.
Was crazy.
I mean, it's half the battle.
It was just dope.
Yeah.
It was just dope.
That's
now
great.
I need an album review.
That's the next step, man. That's it. I mean,
That's
we have
a petition going, actually.
Yeah. Well, we have a love-hate relationship with Fantano, just in terms of like some of his stuff.
Well, he's a rival hip hop media guy, so we have to come in with our guns ablaze, you know.
A fellow white hip hop online personality that we're in contention with.
But I mean,
sure.
come on, giving Dark Fantasy a 6, get the fuck out of here.
No, we'll go around. Okay, everyone's most like hot take Fantano shit. I'm saying when he gave Swimming a 3, Swimming by Mac Miller, and then after he passed away, he gave it like an 8. I was like, fuck
the Redux.
you, dude.
Keep
That's
your
fucked up,
keep your 8.
Just stand on business, man. What are you doing? Like, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel.
Think he should have stood on the 3?
I know he should have. Even as wrong as it is. But anyway, Joe? Do you have one specific one? He's not gonna see this. Don't worry. Do you have one review that you're like, I disagree with completely?
Do I have one? Ooh, I don't know if I have one for real. I'm kind of just like, with like,
Yeah, I
his
know.
reviews.
Like, who
Yeah,
cares?
it's
Watch
that.
it
Yeah, I
and
know.
be like, I'm just like, oh yeah, for real, I hear that. Like, I can see that. I think the funniest ones for me are like the new ones where he'll be like reviewing like Destroy Lonely, Ken Carson, all those guys,
Oh, yeah.
and he just gives them zeros.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
Oh yeah, I know.
I'm just like, and I think I don't remember who got it. I think it was maybe Ken, and then the next one he got a 1, and then people in the comments is like, "Yeah, my boy Ken up.
He's going up.
He just went from the 0 to the 1." Like, I think those are just funny to me.
That's funny.
Those are super
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So, seeing those hate compilations of just him hating on shit is funny. Like that's got, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yo, I think what was the one I watched? It was it Logic? No, it wasn't Logic. Oh,
it might have been Logic. He
someone.
doesn't like Logic.
Damn, I can't remember.
Fair enough.
But I was just like, there's not one positive review from this man.
Yeah. It might. I don't know.
You know, there's much worse people in the hip hop media space
That's true.
anyway.
Yeah, yeah,
Fantano, he's fine. You know, he's fine.
He's
No,
no
Fantano
academics.
cool, man.
Yeah.
I'm hoping if I get the review, I'm trying to get like in my head, like I'm getting like a 10 and it changes my life. Whatever.
Yeah.
Like, this album, like it's like everywhere. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like Brat, like by Charlie.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'd listen to that. It's pretty good.
You gotta. Oh really? What's your 1 sentence review on Brat, real quick?
Saucy.
Saucy. Okay, I said 1 sentence. He said 1 word. That's crazy.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a one-word thing.
no, that's
What-
fine. No,
what-
let's keep it like that. That's great.
Hey, we're tapped into the UK music scene, okay?
I think she's kind of like everywhere now.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's popping up. These pop girlies, they're going like it's Chappell Roan, Olivia Rodrigo. That's that's.
We might as well
shit.
change
The
our
other
name
girl
from the
with
Rapcast.
Espresso
Popcast.
song.
Yeah. So, yeah, Sabrina Carpenter to the Popcast. That's maybe that's gotta be
People
it.
were forcing me to play Sabrina Carpenter the other day. I had to bite the bullet.
You know what though?
It's not that
I
bad.
ain't gonna lie. I was like, man, this song can't be that good. Whatever. I ain't gonna lie. I listened to Espresso and I was kind of like, some of the lyrics is a bit,
Yeah.
but I ain't gonna lie. The tune got me rocking.
It's there,
though.
yeah.
Like,
It's
kinda
there.
going
It's
with
catchy.
that
It sounds
one.
like Say So by Doja Cat, in my opinion, but
Okay.
Now you said that.
I like that song
Connecting
too.
dots.
So
Connecting dots a little bit.
make of that what you will.
Yeah.
But we do want to ask you as well about. Did you listen to the Lil Yachty James Blake thing? Do you like those guys? Or?
I haven't. I have not
Okay.
listened to that. I have it saved to listen back to it.
It's an interesting listen.
Yeah, yeah.
It's an
We're
interesting
gonna
one.
talk about it after the interview. What have you been listening to recently? Just out of curiosity.
Oh, what have I been? Yo, I've been listening to the Young Money album that came out in 2009.
Oh shit!
man.
That's a
I was
deep
running
cut.
that back, and some song like Gooder, like the intro is, I feel like it's so fire. And there's some songs they have this like posse cut where it's like a. It reminds me in my head of like a boxing ring, and they all go in and rap on the mic.
That's
And
fire.
That low key sucks. So bad.
Is that the one with Bedrock on it?
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
one with Bedrock.
I gotta tap in.
Yeah. I think that's the only like compilation album they had.
Because
I think,
Young Money 2009.
Roger
That
still holds up.
was
to me.
before. That was before Drake, right? 2009.
No, I think
That
Drake
Money-
was
this
honest.
was like when Drake was popping up. Like, so Drake was new, Nicki was new.
But are they on the album?
I think
Oh, wow.
Drake had a
Oh,
verse
shit.
on
Drake,
yeah.
Nicki,
Damn.
Tyga. Y'all remember like
Yeah,
Lil
Tyga,
Chucky
that's right.
and Lil Twist?
Yeah, a little twist. Yeah.
Yeah, all of them. Mac Main.
Yeah.
Gutter. I put a other.
Good. Yeah. Oh fuck.
Wow,
I
what
was
a,
listening to.
I wasn't
I listened
expecting
to
that.
that.
It's a trip
But
down memory lane there.
yeah, like early 2010 era was like that was an interesting time in music
In terms
history.
of, that's like such a like the production is so of that time where it's like if you hear
Yeah.
a certain production you're like, oh, that's like 2010, that's 2008,
Yeah.
right? Like it's just I don't.
I
It's
think
the bling
that's
rap
what
shit. Like I don't know
was
exactly
hitting
what
me.
it is, but
Yeah, that's what was hitting me about it. Some of the ones that like stand out are the ones that are like, oh yeah, okay, cool. This can be played at any time. But the ones that sound like 09 to 2010 sound so 09 to 2010. Like
yeah, exactly.
it's like because they weren't using like I don't know what it is. It's like this mess of like 2000s, but they were finding these like new trap packs. And
Yeah.
the new trap packs were still so ass but like they hadn't refined like the hi-hats and the snares yet, so it sounds like really stock. And it's like they didn't EQ anything. They were just like, yo, let's make it.
Just put it.
I think that's so fire though. Like a lot of it just sounds like, yo, I just made this beat in 5 seconds. Let's rap, nigga.
Yeah.
That's what I really felt like they were doing.
Yeah, that can be hard too. In terms of like, is there any one person that was, even if they were at the pop-up shop stuff, or just anyone in your group in the scene that you've noticed that you want to shout out right quick that we should be listening to? Anyone? I know it's mean to pick one person, but
just one?
Who comes to your head first? Even
Retro Pussy.
Retro Pussy. Okay.
The Retro Pussy.
I gotta get on that Retro Pussy, bro. Fuck, I've been missing out.
Instead of a U, it's an X.
Retro Pussy.
I don't know why I did that.
Yeah. What kind of music is it?
I guess this is kind of biased because I produced like quite a lot of stuff. But
self plug. Let's go.
But also, barring that, even the shit that I haven't, like, she's really dope. She's really dope.
Okay, Retro Pussy. We'll get on that, and maybe we'll have her on a future podcast. Who knows?
Episode 69.
Shit.
Hey,
that makes sense. That makes a little too much sense.
Oh man, you know what? I'm gonna slide someone else in there. There's a few people though.
For sure. Get them off.
Okay, there's Annie Net. That's like a little group. It's consisting of Wave Noir, Vice, Scourgeon, and they got artists in there, like a visual artist.
Dope.
That's Jaff. So he does like a lot of their like artwork. They're super dope. They make like, I don't know, like futuristic trap shit and like anything futuristic drill. Like they just are experimental with like all the, I don't know, popular sounds in hip hop, but then just like throwing it into a blender kind of shit.
Dope.
I love that shit.
Is super dope as well.
Ramira. Okay.
Ramira, yeah, he's super dope too. We'll
have links to all this stuff below. Everyone that's watching, listening, put them all on, put all up on screen. Yeah.
And Links Kane, I'll throw him there.
Perfect, beautiful. What is there any new artists that you've been listening to? Any like new music, any new hip hop that's like, or anything, not even hip hop, like anything new that's come out that you're like, oh shit, that's fire.
I did listen to that new Childish Gambino song.
Ooh, we get into that in a second.
Cody
it's crazy.
Lorraine.
We're out. I mean, you can maybe tell a little bit just from back here, but we are absolute stannies of Childish Gambino out here. We've seen him.
I think that new song is fire. I know a lot of the homies won't rock with it.
Yeah.
Because I can see why, but for me, yeah, that song is hard.
People were saying it's like Weezer almost, and I'm like, yeah, but I love Weezer too. Like, fuck,
I saw somebody comment My Chemical Gambino.
That too. My Chemical Gambino. Man, people, I swear to God, people like hear an electric guitar and they're just like, oh, it's fucking pop punk. I'm like, no, man, it's not necessarily, dude. Like,
it's its own genre. It's Bando Stone.
I'm sorry.
I like what he did with it.
No, it's fire. And he new album coming the 19th, so not this weekend, but the next weekend.
Oh, brother.
New album, and the movie is coming out. And this week we got the little white boy pack at Eminem's dropping a new album, and Action Bronson.
Oh yeah, what did y'all think about that one with him? Was it him, Baby Tron, and Big Sean?
Big Sean.
I thought it was pretty good. I just didn't really like Big Sean's verse that much. I thought Baby Tron totally held his own.
He's turning on Big Sean.
I'm sort of I don't know.
You put me on Big Sean like 10 years ago, and then now you've been turning on him ever since.
But I actually thought it was a solid Eminem verse. I don't necessarily always like the way he raps nowadays. Yeah. But
I think he's 2 for 2 right now, which is like, that hasn't happened in a long time.
There's a couple lines that got me.
I just think the beat, I don't like the beat that much.
I don't like the beat.
Yeah.
The beat sound like some cinematic bullshit.
I know, it sounds like it should have been on the fucking Spider-Verse soundtrack or some shit. Like that. Well, because it was supposed to be on the Lyrical Lemonade album that dropped this year. And as soon as someone said that, I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Because some of the beats on that also kind of sounded like that.
Right, because Big Sean also has a bar where he's like, I'm like Cole Bennett or something. Yeah. He shouts out Cole Bennett. Anyway.
Exactly.
JoeJas Cole Bennett directed video.
Whoa.
Oh, hey.
What's your vision?
We're manifesting that.
Be Cole Bennett co-direction. You out there? Let's work on something, baby.
Here, okay.
Well, first we need a SuperFinger X JoeJas video. I gotta fly out. I gotta fly out, do a video for you.
Well, I gotta fly out there. I missed y'all by like a city.
Dude, yeah, you were last. Was it last summer? You were in Montreal.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said it like that.
Montreal.
I'm trying to do a French thing, maybe, but I don't know what I was
It's
doing.
not even a French accent at all.
How was that? What was that like?
That was cool. That was cool.
Was it like a
my
festival?
First time in Canada.
Wow. Did you have poutine? Poutine?
That's just the cheesy.
The
fries,
cheese and
right?
the cheese and the gravy.
And the cheese curds, yes.
I did not have that.
So you weren't even here. So you weren't even really here.
I had like a fry from someone who had it, and they were like, "You have to try this. You have to try this." Yeah. So I guess I did have that, but I didn't buy it.
Right on.
Get the satisfaction of sitting down.
We'll tell you as Ontarians, I guess is how you say it.
Ontarians,
that you were in Quebec and Montreal. You weren't really in Canada. I'll be honest. Quebec's a whole different beast. They've been trying to separate for fucking 100 years or whatever.
It's Canada though.
I think Canada, but
Montreal is Canada.
You got to come to the 6. That's or Vancouver,
Toronto, real 6 god things. That's gonna happen.
Wait, so is there like a divide?
There's a bit of especially because I have a bunch of buddies out in like Ottawa, which is like right on the border of Ontario and Quebec, and the French people despise the Ottawa people.
Yeah, I mean the French and English
whoever don't speak English, they're like no, none of that.
That's like French people in France. They hate people who speak English.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
for real.
Have you been to France?
I've been to France. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Have you been to? All right, let's do a little game. Have you been to
the Netherlands?
Ooh.
I've been to the Netherlands, yeah.
Your hometown.
Hey, if the Netherlands and England are playing, right? So that's going to be a grudge match. Well, I'm Dutch, so, you know.
Oh, the Euros. All right. I'll have to cut this off for y'all talking about the fucking Euros, dude.
Okay. Well, this is not a sports podcast, but...
All my homies will be watching it, and I just watch it here and there, so I don't really know what's going on.
Yeah, me too. Funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the other Dutch immigrants I grew up with, they all got real into it, and, you know, it's kind of fun, but I don't really understand soccer, and I'm not into it, but anyways.
Too much running for me, that's what I think.
But what
I just get tired looking at it.
I just want to ask, like, what have these shows been like doing, like, when you went to Montreal and shit like that?
The show in Montreal was fire. That was super dope. I broke my watch there. I broke my Adventure Time watch.
No.
It's on my wall.
Oh, damn.
I don't know if you can see it. It's right there.
Oh yeah.
That yellow thing.
Yeah.
But like, what's been like the craziest like crowd reaction?
Because you've been doing a lot more shows since we've had you on. It's been just over a year, I think, since we had you on.
Yeah, because this year, end of last year, I was like, I need to get my shit moving. Like, I didn't feel like what I've been doing over the years was like pushing it enough live-wise, and I love performing, and I thought what people normally do is like, oh, I'm finna perform less and be more like elusive with it. But I was like, I think performing is something that like I enjoy quite a lot, and I think that I'm pretty good at now. That if you see me once, I'd hope you want to see me again.
Nice.
So I was like, let me try to do an event a month. So that's what I've been doing so far. So I've just been...
That's awesome, man.
With events and stuff. But I say event a month, but I didn't do one in January, February, or June. But there's one planned for every month, apart from December. So that's like...
Hey, that's months. A lot. That's still a lot of getting out there.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, especially because, like... Yeah. You got like if you like trying to make a name for yourself, you gotta perform live. Like I don't get the whole elusive shit. Yeah, if you're Frank Ocean, right? Like people that are fucking.
That's what I thought.
Insane, right? Oh, we got a little time warning, 10 minutes. Well, plenty of time, dude. I'm fucking freaking out, dude. What's gonna happen when it goes to 0, dude? Fucking bomb's gonna go off.
Oh no!
But like, I just want to know like. Maybe like a best and worst show. Like what was there like a weird show? Was there like a show that was like blew your mind?
You had
like,
anything thrown at you? That's what I want.
Yeah, anything thrown on stage.
Yeah, I think someone threw like tissue paper at me.
I want you to crank one off real quick up on stage.
I think so. I think that's the only thing I've had
Interesting.
thrown at me, but it wasn't like in a malicious way.
Yeah.
I couldn't explain it. Like
They just
if
wanted.
I
They were so
explained it-
excited. They just wanted to do. They just
I don't
everything
know if
came
you
out of
know
their
if it was
pockets. It just exploded.
excitement.
Like coins came out and shit. Like
I think it just flew in the air
yeah.
and like it was there. And that was quite funny. I think also a funny thing was that in the pop-up shop, after one night, I came back in the morning, obviously, to open up the shop or whatever, and there was nut on the toilet.
Oh.
All right, so everyone tap into all these artists that were at the show. We have to figure out who this was. This is the new mystery of the year.
Yeah.
We're gonna get you on again next
nutted
year.
on the pop-up
Who
toilet?
cummed it?
We're gonna get you on next year, and you better have an answer for us. We gotta
I
find out.
hope so.
That's
I hope so.
insane.
Me and my homies have been trying to figure it out. But like, apart from cleaning it, it has been one of the funniest things. Like,
Yeah.
I think it was just like, I can't remember who went down first, and they were like, yo, I don't know if this is spit or like something else on the toilet.
Damn.
And it was like not on the toilet seat, but the actual like rim.
Yeah.
That's
boy.
some nasty work.
You got that. Almost got to feel good because like someone was so like excited to be at your show.
Yeah, I mean, talk about a
That,
pop-up
like-
shop. I mean,
all right, there we go, buddy Alex with
Thank
the
you.
fucking with the finish there.
Whoa.
And I'm saying finish as well. Look at that, beautiful.
Pop up was great.
Who
I
did
think
you?
it was really dope.
Did
Just,
you perform in the skate competition?
Was that?
Did you perform in the skate? I know I didn't say any of those words properly. Did you perform in the skate competition that you had?
Yo, that's the thing. The weather in like London
Oh.
has been ass. There was like a thing on like, you know, you get them like kind of meme pages of what like wherever you at,
Yeah.
and they're like meme pages, but they sometimes put the news.
Yeah, like a
So it
Six
said,
Buzz in
like-
Toronto or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, so it said like 50 days of rain, and I was like, okay, that's some bullshit. Like that's not real,
Yeah.
and it's real.
Oh,
But it's so
fuck, man.
crazy that I missed the week before was so sunny. It was like hot. People out in shorts. I saw people backing off their t-shirts. And then that was the week before the pop-up. The week of the pop-up was just raining every single
Fuck.
fucking day.
That sucks.
But
Damn.
I mean, out in
it
London
would, like,
town, what
clear
do you
up,
expect?
And then we had like little skates in between. So
Nice. Well, that's good.
we're working on it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. I want to see more of your skating, man.
Yeah, I need to get more clips. We're dropping like man.
You need to do a
the homies
part
need to
with,
come
and then
out
you have
more.
your own music underneath the part.
Yeah,
Easily.
man. I need to get my ledge tricks up. I
Mm.
need to start doing like
yeah.
crook to like board slide to then Smith, tray flip out. Just something crazy.
Oh man, yeah.
I mean,
Some
as a
life.
72-year-old man, like that must be tough.
the fact that you can still get on the board is yeah.
Hey man, yeah, at 84, it's just crazy.
All right,
you
he's
know?
gonna pass on during this interview. I think it's gonna be over. He's just gonna fade. Oh no, man. No. Why did I say
Gone but not forgotten.
it?
Another legend taken from us way too soon.
All right, we're gonna host a in memoriam JoeJas pop up. Come through. We're gonna skate in his honor.
I will land my first half cab.
That could be that could be something. I don't know. If that's
I don't know what
anything.
that is. Wait.
Oh. And on the 7th day.
Yo, I came back as a man in his 20s.
Oh shit, man.
Yo, shit. Man got rebirth out here.
Whoa,
This has been a
crazy, bro.
roller
I've seen
coaster.
life. 80 years of it.
Is there anything after? Is there anything at when you pass? Is there anything?
Yeah, it was a hot dog stand.
That's pretty good. I like. All right, that's okay.
with
Yeah, it was
no
just some guy
ketchup.
with a
Ah!
So that's hell.
Yeah.
That's it's hell.
Hot dogs.
There you go.
Hot dogs. Get your
Oh,
hot
man.
dogs.
That's
He kept
Jesus. Just
saying, he
is a
said,
hot dog
"Am I
vendor.
dead?" And he said, "Get your hot dogs. Hot dogs. Get your hot dogs." And I said, "Oh, okay. I'm gonna go back to living again." And he goes, "Get your hot dogs."
Oh man, that's
The
purgatory.
torture.
That's purgatory. I think you were in
Yeah.
between there. All right.
Wait, did y'all have that MF Doom poster before?
No, that's new. We did a little bit of revamping. There's a bit of a hidden Kanye back there as well. We don't want to show him completely, for obvious reasons. We shuffled some stuff down. Yeah, we got stuff moving. We want to do what are other plans this summer? We want to do like another rapper showcase with some local guys, some local peeps.
Dope,
we have some names that are in the mix for that.
Mostly they're just Josh's friends, but
he's got the connects.
Hey, you gotta put on the homies sometimes. Hey,
Exactly.
you gotta put on the homies.
We're doing next episode. We're going to see 2 R&B shows back to back on a Tuesday and Wednesday. We're seeing Sir and we're seeing Lucky Day at the same venue.
Wow.
So that's gonna be great. We're gonna do a podcast in between, talk about the shows, the music, all that fun
I
stuff.
thought you were gonna do a podcast at the show.
There was the one time we went to see Earl Sweatshirt and Action Bronson. Was it last year, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
And we had a whole plan.
The leather tour, right?
Yeah.
Leather?
NBA Leather. Great show.
I was
Boldy James was there
Fantastic.
too.
Yeah, it was fantastic. Alchemist. And we had a whole plan going in. We bought like a little a phone mic thing, and we're like, all right, we're just gonna record some stuff. We're gonna get some people after the show, before the show, just do a little interview to kind of get our name out there, kind of thing. We pussied out
And we
so
just
quickly.
chickened out with it.
Well, so you took shrooms like right beforehand as well.
Yeah.
So I
Oh,
knew
and
there
then
was
I
no
puked
way.
them out right before
So I
walking
knew
in.
there was no
yeah.
way we were gonna do it at that point.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see.
That
We'll
would have been fire if you
Yeah,
were on
that'd be
shrooms,
crazy.
just like tripping and asking
Yeah.
questions.
We should
That
just
would've
put you in front of the
been
camera. We
so
should have just
lit.
had you do it anyway. Just,
I know.
Just
Missed
for the fun of it.
opportunity.
Hey, now you got something for the Sir and Lucky Day concert.
Exactly. We can. Yeah, we have time to plan.
What do
something
you
out.
have planned for the summer?
I gotta drop this song.
Oh
Okay.
shit! What, can we
I
get
don't
some?
know
Can we
the
get an
song.
exclusive? Can we get a bar, a lyric, the title of the song, anything at all? We're foaming at the mouth here.
Oh,
What's he doing? He's getting something.
imagine I just have like my meat was just hanging out. That's so crazy.
I was gonna say like that would have been a crazy. Man's like wearing pants the whole time. That's so funny. What's he got there? Okay. All right. Context clues.
Okay.
Basket. A little. That's a mask. A mask.
A mask toque?
Mask and basket. Okay. Is there something in the basket?
Oh no. What's he?
Oh.
A human heart.
Okay.
Okay. So it's a love song.
Good guess.
Hey man. Oh, this is what you need to remember.
Okay.
This and this.
You
All
heard it
right.
here first. Everyone as well listening on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, all that stuff. Watch the video of this section. I should have said that earlier
See
on.
that?
Oh,
That's really
Nikki,
that's
come here.
really
Nikki.
exclusive
Oh.
things.
come here. We got a special guest here for you.
She doesn't want to come. She doesn't want to come.
I'm getting her.
I've heard that before.
You believe this shit I have to deal with? Ow.
This is our dog, Nikki. Nikki, look.
What's up, Nikki?
No, she hates it. She hates it.
Damn.
She doesn't like British people, unfortunately. I'm sorry. Yeah. It's tough. All right, well, JoeJas, thank you so much for getting on, coming back on here, man. I know it's got to be what time is it out there? Midnight? Ridiculous.
Yeah, 10 past.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much, man. Really appreciate you. We're going to get you on again. I'm sure of it. I promise you.
When you blow up, what's the first thing you're gonna do? Call the
What's the first
Rapcast.
thing I'm gonna do?
Yep.
Yo.
That's the right answer.
What's the first thing I'm gonna do? Wake up.
Yes.
Dude, that's deep.
Video by Hype Williams.
Oh. Might be it. Hold on, let me
We
try.
could call.
Yeah, let me put him on. Just we gotta end it. I can't believe they did it to us. That was Fantano, I think.
Yeah.
He's trying to stop this. Because
Yeah,
as
yeah,
soon,
you called me.
because as soon,
He said, yo. He said, get them motherfuckers off
I
the
knew it.
screen.
because I think we'll get JoeJas back here one more time before Fantano just picks him up with his slimy little hands,
Yeah.
and we won't get him back.
Nah, man, you always get me back. That's what people always say, and they're fucking liars. I always see that shit. I'm dead ass though.
We are the only honest journalists in music right now, okay? Like, come on. Stop playing with our name.
None of this academics bullshit.
Wait, hold up. If there's there's academics, like being an academic. So what else is there? Like, what else could you be? Like, academic, like, what would be like the, do you know what I'm saying?
No, no, I don't know what you. Is there a third? There's a third meaning of the word academics. I don't know what you're saying.
We went to school. I don't know. We're like.
Oh,
Scholar,
right, yeah.
yeah.
Scholastics.
That's such a Canadian thing. He's not gonna get that.
Scholastics. We had a book fair. This is a Canadian. This is real Canada talk right here.
Yeah,
Scholastic Book Fair.
What?
Scholastic.
It was a thing. They used to, like, after like school, sometimes they would just like shut up in a gym, like just a bunch of books. You could like buy books like for kids.
Damn.
It's nostalgia coded. It's very nostalgia coded out here. Pretty much everyone that went to school out here did that.
They used to lock you in a gym and make you read books.
I know, it's fucked.
I know.
The system in Canada, man, it's fucked up. It's crazy.
Hey, did the phrase uni come from the UK? Like uni for university?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because we stole that over here.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all use uni? So
Yeah.
y'all don't say college.
No, we don't have colleges.
No, we do have colleges, but no one we know. We don't associate with people that went to college.
Yeah, college
they're
is for
lesser.
stupid
They're
people.
lesser than us.
University
Yeah.
is for smart people.
Oh, wait.
Except for Josh. Josh is different.
Well, music college.
Josh is in for music, so that's fine.
Anyway, I did want to ask you about accents, though.
Okay.
Does Drake's appropriation of the British accent offend you, or not?
You gotta move past Drake. Come on.
I mean, I think it's funny as hell.
Yeah. Okay.
I thought that he was doing like the Toronto slang.
I mean, there is a Toronto voice, or Toronto
Yeah.
accent, which is like very much like patois Jamaican.
But some things are
mix.
borrowed from British and other
Yeah.
cultures, and yeah.
But I think with him, it's funny because he never talked like that. And in old videos, he used to clown people who used to talk like that.
Yeah,
I was just like, little Drake,
it's funny how people can switch up, man. Can switch up out here.
sneaky boy. I think I already flopped my Drake feature anyway, because in the recap video, we're all singing like not like us.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I mean, even just being associated with us, the Drake haters out here, that's not a good not a good thing either.
Yeah, Drake, I still like some of your albums.
Yeah, no, we're not
agree,
necessarily haters, but like we're just so much in the Kendrick camp that
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
you can't paint in every way you paint it. Kendrick came out on top. I mean, that's just what it is.
I'll be trying to say that, but yo, I think my favorite thing is talking to people like Drake stans, because I've never really encountered them, or I've encountered them, but we've never really had conversations about music. But
Yeah,
since now it's so fun.
yeah.
I know.
You're kind of unhinged in a crazy way. Like,
Yeah.
you could be like neutral, and they're like, "You're against Drake. You're trying to see the downfall of Drake," and it's just like, no, dude, no. I think it's funny seeing it like super like Kendrick stans who are like obviously Kendrick like definitively won, but like breaking down things that just didn't happen. And then on the
Yeah.
other side, like
Yeah.
I want to see like the biggest Kendrick like lover and the biggest Drake lover like just go at it. That would be my favorite thing.
And then they
That
kiss.
would be really unhinged.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's what every comment section is people arguing. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's gotten. Yeah, I think we're all. I said earlier in the podcast, we're moving past it now. Not like Us video dropped. It's we're good. We'll wait for new music to come out by both of them. We'll listen. What are you gonna do?
I want that snippet to come out though at the start of
Yeah.
It's not gonna come out. It's not coming out. The snippet for the All Right video never came out. The snippet of the Dr. Dre commercial shit never came
Yeah,
out.
we not getting it, huh?
No. Prove me wrong, K-Dog. Because Anthony Fantano doesn't watch this, but I know Kendrick Lamar does. So, Kendrick, drop that snippet.
Hey Kendrick, man, call me back. We gotta run Pokemon one time. You know, that's my boy.
Yeah.
You go way back.
Yeah. Yeah, my last name is actually Lamar too, you know.
Oh shit. Connecting the dots
Your
out
name,
here.
your last name isn't Jas?
Nah.
The ignorance, bro. The ignorance of this guy.
All right.
All right,
You're trying to get to sleep,
You've
right?
had enough of us. Thank you so much for coming on the Rapcast again, JoeJas. Great to have you on. We're gonna get you back again, I promise. And all love. Good luck at your concerts. We'll promote everything. Follow him, everyone. The links will be on the screen, in the description, all that shit.
The hats are crazy.
Anything you'd like to say to the audience one time before you dip out? Wow.
You heard it here first.
Powerful stuff. All right, JoeJas. All love from across the seas, baby.
My dogs, man.
Take it easy, brav. Have a good one.
Yeah, a good bloke. A good bloke he is.
He's gonna be stuck like that, I think. He's not going away. He's gonna be like that all night.
Dogs, man. Through the gutter, man. We did this.
Dude, we here.
No one can take this from us.
Unless I accidentally delete everything, which is very much possible. All right, JoeJas, Rapcast episode 68. Bless, all love. Easy, bruv. We'll be in contact. We'll send you. Send us the audio, and we'll send you the pod before we release it, in case you want to take out anything you said against Drake or Fantano or anything.
I think I'll cook regardless. I'm probably gonna tweet some dumb shit anyways.
Beautiful. All right, thanks, man. Really appreciate you, dog.
Y'all.
Take it easy, man. Love.
Peace.
Peace.
And how we feeling out there, Rapcast fans? Episode 68.
How you feeling?
What a whirlwind. That was beautiful.
What
Referring
a
to JoeJas.
great guy. We were calling him a bloke, but then we were like, bloke? I don't know.
Sounds
Is
wrong.
that kind of mean?
Sounds yeah, bloke. Let us know in the comments.
Let's just
JoeJas.
say he's a right good chap.
Yeah.
He got loads of banter. And just why I?
Yeah, why I?
Why
Fucking I? Yeah, and just, check him out. It's great.
Yeah.
All the stuff. But we want to move on to new music.
The biggest rappers in the entire world. Hip-hop stars.
Hobson just dropped a new... No, I don't know.
Hip-hop stars from across the nation have been putting out music, and we are here to discuss. This is reporter Buddy Alex on the scene.
I'm just going to say siren noises, everything. I want there to be a bunch of edits for me to edit a bunch of... This is a big deal. Album of the year contender, easily, is a NxWorries.
Album of the year.
Yeah, 100%.
Of the Lord's year of 2024.
Dude. Jesus is back. And his name is Anderson .Paak.
Except this time it's not yes load. It's why loud.
Because he's been going through some things.
Yeah.
As we all have, and we'll get to it.
First off, I don't know if I'm album of the year territory like you.
It's up there. I'm just saying it's up there.
Okay.
It's in contention.
Yeah, I'm definitely at that point of the year
Top 5.
where
I'm starting to think about it.
I'm starting to think about it, and I'm starting to think of a rough group of 6 or 7, 8 albums that really blew me away this year. This one was a bit of a slow burner for me. When I got through it, I knew it was going to be a good listen the first time because I already knew like 4 songs, and they were nicely they're at the beginning, so I could I can survive through it.
In the middle, there was some other stuff.
But then there was this whole second half, and there was a lot of experimentation and a different step for Anderson .Paak when you think about the Silk Sonic vibe and how poppy and how nice.
It's way
that whole
more
thing
like
was.
he's like rapping on this too. Like there's plenty of songs where he's just like he's spitting like for real. Like it's not like bar heavy or anything like that, but he's comparable as a rapper as well. Like, and it's way different music. I think I vibe with it a lot because I listened to the. Have you listened to the OG album? Yes,
no, the original. Like they did a NxWorries one.
Yeah.
That was back in like when he was coming up, right? Like pre
it was like
Malibu?
2014, 15 maybe ish, 16.
Right.
But I really like that one as well. It just didn't really only like maybe 5 or 6 songs that really stood out to me. But this one, like, I have multiple highlights on this one. It's good all the way through. The worst thing I could say about it is that it sounds a bit samey, or like some songs are a little bit too one note or just like kind of short. Some songs are like 1 minute, and it's like that's a cool idea, but he didn't really expand on it. It seems kind of a little bit bare bones at parts, but there's still like plenty of juice in there for you to slurp on up. I don't know why I made that analogy. But.
Yeah, I mean, I don't go as far back to with Anderson .Paak as you do. Probably like, have you heard like all of his shit?
I haven't heard Venice. I think 'cause Malibu's one of my favorite albums. There's Oxnard.
There's Ventura.
Yeah.
To me, Oxnard and Ventura are like certified classics.
I've always gravitated towards Malibu, but that was the first one I heard. I think.
Yeah, Malibu has some good tracks on it too.
A friend of the show, Digo, got me into that like way back in the day. I'm like, this is show me the Schoolboy Q song on that album.
Yeah, but
so good.
Like Anderson .Paak occupies this rarefied air where he's equal parts respected as a rapper and fully as like a singer, like blues musician.
He's a drummer too, like
triple threat, you know, quadruple threat. I don't know how many threats.
Like, talent-wise, he's underrated for sure. Like just pure talent-wise, like he's like, you know, he's crazy.
But yeah, I think he kind of
he's out of here with it.
He might get left out of the GOAT conversation sometimes just because he's his own animal and he's not really.
Yeah.
He's not necessarily like a rapper's rapper, or like a strictly hip hop head. But like I remember when he was in the freshman list in 2016, it was like Little Dicky,
and Designer.
Like, Designer.
That was the three, because that was the one that rivaled the legendary like Lil Yachty, Kodak Black, 21 Savage, Uzi Vert, Denzel one.
Was the year before that?
That was the same year, but they just put all of them on there, and they did the one other one with fucking them. And I think they did another one where it was just two. I think fucking. What the hell was it? It was Kevin Gates or some shit was on. Like there was some other lost one that.
Yeah, it was like because sometimes they do the ciphers and sometimes they do the like it's just no beat and just the one guy has to just rap or whatever.
Speaking of, little side tangent. Did you see the XXL freshman list?
No.
Okay. There's two names I know on there that might be.
What, Cash Cobain and
the Mexican OT or whatever. The OT. Yeah, he's fire. And then Big X the Plug. Dico was also trying to put me on that a while ago. Not for good things, but
I'm not as plugged in with the new rappers.
No, and that's as much as I want to talk about it right there, really. I just want to say that, there's some people that I might like this year, because usually there isn't any the past few years that I have really liked or gravitated towards or like really thought was super special, but...
No, like this podcast is like, it's for our audience is mainly 7 to 9 year olds.
Yeah.
But it's really... like 24 and up, like, you know, because we don't know those references, like we don't know what they're talking about. But yeah, just to take a little trip down memory lane, like I did definitely I went through Anderson .Paak's like biography and like his whole story and his come up, and it's crazy when you actually put it into words and how he got to the point where he's like performing at the Super Bowl and like. And they were saying like he was actually homeless for a certain period, and kind of was sleeping on certain rappers' like couches and getting by, and how he really had to get it out the mud. The whole time he has this wife and a kid. Yeah. And now we've gotten to the point where they divorced after 12 years. How is this going to translate in the music? That was kind of the question going into this, because in my opinion, like this is a well done divorce album that doesn't get like too personal and
too messy.
Yeah, because like it is a serious subject, but he still plays it off with some humor.
He has times where he gets off some shit and he gives you a little bit more of a peek into it, certain songs, certain verses. But like for the most part, he's still kind of tight-lipped and still like, you know, you don't really exactly know what happened, but that's not the point. The fact is, like, this is what he's going through. He's just laying it out there for you. Like,
but yeah, and he has like the chops to do blues songs and stuff where he's really like talking about the heartbreak and like just being alone at like the songs where he's like talking about being at this house party and it's just me now, like the you know, and then his friend starts saying like, what happened to her, like why'd you break up with her, and he's like, no, like
you already asked that
we
shit,
don't want to talk, I don't want to talk about, like, so like he played it off with some humor because like I was thinking about this also in context of the Chance the Rapper thing, about how, you know, the big day all about his marriage, and now he's getting a divorce too. Is he going to do a divorce album, and is it going to be like sad and crazy? Yeah, like a Kanye divorce album, or like there's really a whole genre here of like
untapped, divorced rap.
Yeah, and other genres as well. But like it's one where oftentimes you struggle with this thing called like an unlikable narrator. Because, like, especially in the case of a guy who cheats on his wife of 10 years, who he has kids with, like, that's already something that's going to make you, like, potentially unlikable to the point where the story doesn't really, like, you can't really relate.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think he avoids whatever those pitfalls could have been very
because
well.
it's not all about that either. Like, there's other topics.
He touches on other topics as well. Yeah,
that's the main overarching theme. But like, there's a lot to this album for sure. And I've been listening to it, and off rip, I was like, I knew I was gonna like it, and then I loved it, and I listened to it more, and I'm like, okay, I'm starting to pick apart some of the stuff maybe I don't like quite as much, and then now I'm already back to it. I listened to the album like 6-7 times. Like, it's been like 2 weeks since it's been out. I listened to it a lot.
Yeah, me too.
And it's it's hitting me hard in all the right tender places.
There were some interesting collabs.
Yeah, do you want to do a little track by track, or what do you got notes wise over there?
Yeah, I can go a little bit of a track for track.
Okay, can we just say, with the Dave Chappelle intro, like, let's get is Dave Chappelle out of here? Let's get him out of here, right? Is that a hot take?
I get the take, and
let's get him off the music, man. Like, comedy, that's his thing. Do the comedy shit.
I am also sick of him, but come on, it was a 1 minute thing. Like,
I know, I'm not mad. No, I'm not mad at it, but I'm just as an overall thing, because like I think who else? Big Sean had the Dave Chappelle shit on Detroit too.
Yeah, maybe it is becoming a little bit too cliche for hip hop. Like when on Savage Mode 2, my dude 21 Savage tapped Hollywood legend Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
So there are other people out there that you could
exactly.
Like, who's next? Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson?
No.
I mean, who could forget Logic tapping legend Neil deGrasse Tyson for his Everybody album.
Yeah, I was really scared that was going to pop off, and that's going to go, Neil deGrasse Tyson's going to be on everything, bro. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. But it's not like he didn't narrate the whole thing. It was just a little prayer kind of thing about, thankfulness and...
Yeah. I'm not that mad.
I thought it was it wasn't a anti-trans joke, so I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Fair
who cares?
Yeah. And the album gets right into 86 Centra. Yeah. One of the singles for it. More of a hip-hop leaning track, talking about more his come up, his growth, that kind of stuff. Doesn't get too into the weeds about the divorce shit right away.
That's a song where he's kind of slick talking.
Talk about how he was going to the Super Bowl. Why do I want to do a versus? Like, that was the thing that everyone kind of just collectively forgot about, right? The verses. That was just a COVID.
It was a slightly more millennial thing, or Gen X or whatever. I don't know. Like, it was kind of because it was for more kind of over the hill artists with a full catalog to debate. Which one gets more play in front of a crowd.
Who would you want to see do a versus right now if they were to bring it back?
I don't know, Eminem and Kanye or something like that.
That would be like the best one, right?
That would be insane.
That's like the number one, right?
Just seeing two guys that are just way past their prime, just trying to do anything for attention that's what's really funny. But I never really watched the verses.
Yeah, no, I never got into it.
No More, pretty good track. I thought I kind of caught some BJ the Chicago Kid like vocals in the background.
Yeah.
But that was just kind of one of those like mini songs. And there are a lot of like song snippet kind of things, but I feel like that's partly because he's working with this producer and he has got like knowledge, has like a million samples and
do a bunch of stuff
that he has.
That's why you get 19 songs out of here, is because he's rapping on a bunch of his shit.
Yeah.
There's his whole catalog to go over probably.
So it definitely had a different feeling than like the more traditional R&B and rap, like fusion songs
that he's been doing
from Oxnard.
And I really liked Silk Sonic album as well. I think that was like maybe number 3 album that year. But this like blows it out of the water to me. It just I prefer the type of music better. Like,
yeah, I think I'd probably like Silk Sonic's better as just to pop it in the CD player or whatever.
Yeah, it's definitely more accessible and it's quicker and it's a shorter. Yeah, it's in a way it's
but
better in certain ways.
I respect this as a move of like, keeping the audience on their toes for Anderson
and also
Paak.
keeping the audience updated of like, this is what's happening to me right now. This divorce shit, like this is the end of a chapter here. The next shit, like it feels like almost like this could be the start of something.
And his music has always been pretty personal. Thinking about the song he had that was a tribute to Mac Miller on, I think Ventura.
That was Cheers. I think that was off Oxnard. I don't know. Who knows?
But yeah, one of my
Who
favorite. tracks actually next was Keep Her with Thundercat.
Yeah, that's one of the best ones for sure.
This the concept of like that you can't just use money to like try to keep this girl around like by buying her stuff.
Yeah.
When you know you're screwing around on the side.
Yeah, I like
and like it's sad, but he's
sure.
it's also kind of tongue in cheek.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. It never gets too
he's like, you're
really
supposed
down in the
to be
dumps.
with me.
Yeah, it just makes for it's just the concept of divorce and heartbreak and all this kind of shit just makes for good like R&B type music. Like him like crooning over the shit about the shit is like, yeah, that makes sense. That's just what it like, you know what I'm saying?
The line about like she spent a week in Greece, now she's getting her cheeks beat.
Yeah, oh man. We've all been there, right, fellas?
I'm sitting weird now.
No, it was her.
I'm sitting weird now, yeah. I had a bar, we can cut this too easily, but I had a bar the other day I was thinking of like blowing out her back. I gave her the fentanyl slump. You know how people on fentanyl like slump, like they're just like over like this. I'm like, yeah, come on.
Just say heroin slump. I think it sounds better.
The fence. That's what the kids are into these days, Alex.
Yeah, you're right.
All these Ken Carson fans can only enjoy his music because they're on Fent. That's the only logical explanation.
He probably has a song that just goes heroin, 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 heroin,
crack,
heroin,
crack, crack. That's the ad-libs. Heroin, crack. It's the #1 song. It went. Yeah, it's global.
That could have been a jam.
Yeah, we could do it still.
Remix that for us, please, TikTok audience.
We're giving TikTok. We're giving you a mission. Make us sound stupid. Yeah, I like Thundercat's part at the end where he's like, I can see why I drank too much because I wasn't trying to think too much because he had the whole battle with alcoholism and that what's led to his divorce because he's also divorced, but it's been a while, like 10 years.
Oh,
it's
I
like,
didn't know
damn,
that.
he's tapping all the divorce boys, the divorce members out here. He's assembling a team.
Well, it's an affliction, and isn't it like 50% of all marriages or something?
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. And I'll say something like I love the guitars in this song too. A lot of like the electric guitars and shit that are used on this album. But it also does kind of sound like they're coming from like the same beat pack. You know what I'm saying? Like they're all a bit samey, like a little bit. Like the production's great, but it's just a little bit like.
Yeah, I mean that's the one thing that distinguishes it from other Anderson .Paak is that like the guitar things are instead of being like a proper like instrumental live,
it's like part of
it's just a sample
part of
that
a loop,
it gets played over and over. But there are certain songs where it really works.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just a different vibe from his other albums, and I think that's that's all right. But Distractions was another good one, a bit of a shorter song, but that's where he's really doing the jazzy kind of rap singing hybrid thing to a T.
Exactly. Need no more distractions. I like the whole stanza of sick mind, I think I need counseling. Served ties 8 balls and bad habits. I can't even read my own fucking handwriting. 9 lives of finks, no catfish. 10 man a heart is what I'm after. Yeah, like it's doing the divorce shit, but it's like he's doing like there's good bars in there too. You know what I'm saying? He's not just whining about his divorce.
Yeah, it's not like feel sorry for me kind of thing.
And they tease a little Ab-Soul fucking saying "Why load" at the end of the song, and I'm like, damn man, what?
There could have been a verse that got caught.
I'm sure there was.
Where I Go was a great song that I already knew from because it came out like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I've had this one for a while. Chorus is great. Like it just it does get kind of
recontextualized in this album because he's telling the story of. And in the girl like asking like where are you going all the time, like and so it's hinting at the infidelity issues that he has, but he's still kind of like slick talking on the track, but in terms of the story I think it was like well placed.
Yeah, for sure. A little bit of context.
And Her had a good part on that.
Yeah, she does her thing. More of a classic R&B type.
And then Daydreaming, and it was another track that already came out.
Yeah, 80s like synth weekend type of production, but it works for Anderson .Paak. I think he does it to good service.
It's one of those songs called Daydreaming, and it does give you that feeling of like the mid afternoon, and you're just like in another.
Nothing's going, not a thought in this head. It just
zero thoughts up here. And the fact they had the video and it was like the Grand Theft Auto.
That was so fun too.
Yeah,
I remember when that came out. From Here was one of the later singles we got, and this one got me really excited for the album. Stellar vocals by everyone on here. Like October London, like kills it. Like He's one of like Snoop Dogg's like Def Jam guys, like one of the, you know, his new cronies. But he killed it on the chorus. More of a traditional, like, you know, lovesick breakup R&B song at the club with the lights on.
Yeah. One of these kind of 3 a.m.
jams.
crying in the car, you know, like he rolls down the windows so that it doesn't look like he's crying, you know.
I could have seen that bar on fucking on Silk Sonic, maybe.
Yeah, like Silk Sonic never, like, it's great, but it the format is like has its limits, you know, to
exactly.
what you can explore, like songwriting wise.
That's why like 7 songs or whatever was like good for that album, because it's like you don't want too much of it, right? You'll just get tired.
Because it is just a 70s pastiche at the end of the day. Yeah. But it is kind of, it's modern.
It's well
too.
done. It's modernized, but it's well done. But not as unique.
But I just feel like he was probably pretty sick of like having to do the, you know, wear those velour suits all the time or whatever. You know, you might want to switch up his like aesthetic a little bit after. The Silk Sonic thing was like huge. Like he can probably go back to Vegas later on in his career and make millions just performing Leave the Door Open every night.
And is there any rappers doing the Vegas residencies like that?
There will be.
These old school rappers?
Generation wise, it's always like legacy artists that can do that, or that are in the point in their career where they would want to live at Vegas and perform every night, like for like a solid year or whatever. But that's something I could see him do. Like, I feel like I heard about the Silk Sonic people being in Vegas for like a while, and
they had a little residency,
Bruno Mars,
like a month residency where they just performed every night. Yeah, he made bank on that shit, I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
His wife took it all.
Yeah. Maybe it was Bruno Mars that took him out to the clubs.
No, he definitely got him on some 8 balls, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, he said it, dude.
7, 7, 7. Let's go.
Stroll up to the fucking divorce office. Was there a divorce office? How do you do that? Go to a court?
Yeah, there's a divorce office.
Divorce office, yeah. Just Google Map divorce, and then it'll take me there, right? Take me to Fillmore's probably.
Oh man.
Next song, Fall Through. It's about Pac falling in love, new love. That is.
Yeah, I like that one. It was sort of a hypnotic.
Yeah, a bit repetitive,
track.
but like I think it's kind of the intention a little bit to be hypnotic like that.
I mean, it's just, you know, it's about pussy, getting pussy.
Pussy like a sweet plum. I don't want to go down there and taste plum. I don't know about you guys out here on the Rapcast and in the audience. Plum?
What is your beef with plums, dog?
I guess plum sauce is pretty good.
Plum sauce is great.
Plums are great.
I don't know if I've ever had a plum in my whole life.
Yeah, well, you need to expand your fucking mind, bro. When was the last time you had a papaya?
You don't want to ask me that. You don't want to know.
You got to be more like Kramer, you know?
I was too much like Kramer. I had to get out of my Kramer era.
Yeah. Did you ever find out...
hair's the craziest it's ever been, though, probably.
That mangoes, do they actually make you perform better?
So they say, but I don't know.
I've never done the experiment.
Yeah. How about this? We all have some mango this week, and we'll report back to each other.
Whoever comes back with the biggest bucket of spunk.
Bucket of spunk. That's the episode title right there.
All right.
Bucket of spunk.
Speaking of spunk.
That's the serious album title.
Yeah.
Continuing on, Battlefield was another good track.
Yeah, that was to me like a classic Pac fusion of like rap and R&B type of like, you know, good chorus shit. Like that kind of reminded me of his older shit for sure.
But that was more like a politically charged song a little bit than like it wasn't totally focused on just him, but like where he came from and sort of the feeling survivor's guilt from like making it out of the struggle. Here I Am. That was the one where it's like the post divorce party that goes wrong.
Yeah.
And that one kind of starts off like a bit of almost a melody of like a bunch of like shorter songs that all kind of string together.
Yeah, that was cool.
But I think it was pretty well done overall.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, it kind of seemed like he's just like on the plane right now, drunk dialing her, like, oh, I see you're out in fucking Jamaica that I never took you to. I hope it's your friend taking those pictures, like,
type
shit. Like
so
being
funny.
a little bit petty. I'm like, all right, you're allowed to get there. You know what I'm saying? You can have the track that you do that shit.
Yeah, like, he was doing the like feeling sorry for myself, spiraling like out of control in a in a light way that was like still funny, and like there's real pain behind it, but it was like at the end of the day it was like just, you know, a fun song. Like you can still perform it without breaking down into tears or whatever. And he's never been like too much of a sad song artist.
No.
Overall, I think he's much more upbeat songs.
Yeah, most of Malibu was like like hype.
Yeah.
Kind of shit almost. Made me hype at least.
Yeah, I like the what a shame we never saw Jamaica. Like the whole like the vacation that was supposed to happen that didn't happen. You know.
Like the whole got a young bitch 21 dumb as a brick with shitty music taste. I mean, if you're with Anderson .Paak, you have to have good music taste, right?
Yeah.
If you're into fucking,
I wonder what
Glorilla
she was playing.
Like, no.
Dude, Glorilla's sick.
Maybe. I haven't listened to her.
It's that Chapel Roan pussy though.
Dude.
Be hitting different than I don't know. I don't know who these people are.
You don't have to tell me.
I don't even know who any of these artists are.
Chaperone's,
I just learned who Sabrina Carpenter
Chaperone's
is.
a new Taylor Swift. That's how it's panning out to be.
Okay, well,
the fandom that she's building.
They're
devoted.
I support them.
No, it's good. I really like the next song, "Out the Way." Another kind of like spacey '80s type song. It kind of falls into the whole thing of like it's a bit repetitive, but also like that's kind of the point, the hypnotizing aspect of it.
That's one of the tracks that I have a boggle with actually, and it's that like vocal sample in the background like just bugs me for some reason. Where it's like the, hey, yeah.
Can you hear that, Josh? Yeah. Terrifying. That's terrifying.
Imagine that in a rap beat, and you just keep kind of hearing it's like.
Or imagine like going, like you're recording that, and you're going up to the mic with your buddies. You're like, "Yo, guys, watch this." It's like no.
Everyone starts vibing around you, like,
"Yo, that's hard."
But yeah, I don't know. For some reason, like that, it bugs my brain. Like it's like my brain thinks that I'm trying to like eavesdrop on some conversation, but I just can't make out any of the words, and I'm just like,
you just have a weak brain. I think that's just what it comes down to.
It frustrates my undeveloped brain. And that's why that track I need to. That's why I'm doing a big thumbs down on that one.
I thought the Ray Khalil verse was okay, but I think she had a better performance on the track that she's on later. Walk On By.
Yeah,
but we'll get there. We're almost there. She used another great one, old school sound. The high pitched vocals kind of were like, it's a choice, right? Like at first, but I kind of got into it after a while. Like the first listen, I was like, okay, maybe I'd rather have that one be, you know, just as raw vocals. But I understand I wanted to switch it up a little bit as well. Yeah,
no, I like the switch up as well. I thought this is the project where you have some fun with vocal filters and stuff. Yeah, then there's like kind of a melody of like shorter songs, more of it, sort of a reminiscing track. Like at this point, he's getting like pretty apologetic.
Yeah,
and you know, introspective about how he messed up and.
Yeah, well, it goes like
I forgive him. I forgive him.
Damn, hot take. The album is sequenced really well as well. Like. It starts off like kind of giving you a little bit of taste, and then it kind of gets into it, and then he's like kind of by the end of it, it's like he's like, yeah, like, you know, shit happens sometimes. Like I know it's sad, but like he's kind of already kind of seeing like the light at the end of the tunnel a little bit, which is good too. It kind of gives you a little bit of, you know, hope to an extent. I
kind of remember liking that Charlie Wilson song, but I don't even really remember.
That one was cool. It was like smooth, but it was short. It doesn't really have the time to like flesh itself out really. But it's a cool idea. Distant Space, love the production on that one.
Does Charlie Wilson ever miss?
Does Charlie Wilson ever miss? Yes.
Which one?
No, I have no. What do you want me to say? Of course it's no. He's never like. What do you? There's never been a bad Charlie Day feature.
You're tired of loving with somebody to love. Nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody.
That's an angel walking among us right there. Charlie Wilson.
And that didn't I sound exactly like him too, right?
Dude, that's crazy. Yeah, that kind of like that was like I got goosebumps a little bit. Like I got shivers,
what?
Bro. Like that was Josh. You got that on tape, right? We got that on wax.
Is this thing on? Ding, ding, ding.
We record every single podcast straight to vinyl.
Yeah. We should have the Rapcast vinyl. Let us know in the comments if you want t-shirts and hats, but also vinyls would be sick too.
And underwear.
Or vinyl mats, like the fucking, you know. That'd be sick.
I'm also on OnlyFans.
Got you. What's your OnlyFans at? We'll have a link below, but what's your username?
Thick ginger boy unleashed.
I feel like just buddy boy. That's it right there.
No, I'm trying to corner the ginger market.
Oh yeah,
it's a big thing nowadays with you know, Ed Sheeran.
Yeah,
and
yeah, he's still kicking it, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's really the only famous ginger like hot guy around.
And then Buddy Alex, that's the top 3 right there.
Top 3.
Yeah, there we go.
Moving on.
Saving the best for last year. Walk On By with Earl Sweatshirt. Like, man, like, I had high expectations, but this is fucking such a great song. Like, this is so good.
And it was
just
kind
knocked
of
out of the park, every single one of them.
It was kind of the climax to the album.
Yeah.
He kind of wraps up like his like social commentary that he was doing on this project.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that phrase "walk on by" has been around for a long time.
Of course.
But I think I was like, the song made me actually think about what it means and how he's like, you know, and also about how the Dave Chappelle part at the beginning about when I walk past a homeless person or whatever, and
right,
like how there's other people struggling, and when you're doing well, you have to like, you feel bad, you feel this guilt, but you shouldn't necessarily feel bad,
right,
but you want to do something to help, and you know, like that whole kind of debacle of like, once you actually do make it out of poverty, how do you effectively help the people, you know, on the bottom of the
well, he was saying
ladder.
that in another one of the songs. Like, was it this one where he was saying like people saying like, how are you doing, and I feel guilty that I'm saying I'm great because there's people dying like all the time type shit. Like, yeah,
and like Earl chipped in great on that one, where it's like, I feel like it was great subject matter for him, because I feel like, you know, he's talked about similar things in his own music,
for sure,
in his own albums, I guess, about like, you know, meanwhile I'm high, like my friend is like struggling, but meanwhile I'm walking around, I'm fucking high, like, you know, just
exactly.
But that almost made it sound stupid, but the actual verse was good.
Listen to the fucking song, god damn it. But yeah, just like Anderson .Paak, Earl Sweatshirt, who could have thought? Yeah, but it's a fucking match made in heaven, man. It was great.
The lyricism on that one was...
I think they went on tour, weirdly enough, like years ago, like 2019 or something. And I was like, how? Like I couldn't even wrap my head around it. I'm like, what? How does this make sense? Like, what kind of vibe is it going to be? But I'm glad they're on a track together now. Hopefully, it opens up more avenues there. Anderson .Paak, West Side Gun. Actually, that actually exists.
Yeah, no, it does. It was kind of a sad song, but it's
more kind of on the brighter side. Yeah, reflective. Yeah,
there's kind of a light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah,
there.
And I like the Ray Khalil part as well on that one. Was better than another one, I think. But
yeah, he really. That's kind of like the last part we hear, like vocals we hear on the album, and then the last track is kind of an outro
just a
thing,
glorified outro. But
yeah, all together, I don't know if I'm ready to put it up with Ventura and Oxnard, which I think are both really classics.
I gotta re-listen to those ones. It's been a long time since I've heard a lot of that stuff.
And I should go back and listen to Malibu again sometime too. Yeah. But yeah, I think it's another very solid project from him.
Yeah, it's a little bit of an underrated discography. Like it's like none of it is like really like. There's maybe one or two albums you could be like, all right, these are like classics, right? But like it's all like consistent as fuck.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't have a bad record to me.
No.
At least none that I've heard. Like, I haven't really heard his earlier shit, but I gotta listen back to that.
He has songs that are better or worse than other songs that he did, but yeah, like none of it like drops under a level of like actually being like cringy or bad, like in my opinion. Yeah, solid thing.
Yeah, no, it's up there for. I just been. That's all I've been wanting to listen to. It's just like, oh, let me put that on. Like it's easy to listen, or at least for me.
I'm trying to think of a funny way to intro the Lil Yachty and James Blake.
Josh, pull it up. Did you listen to the James Blake tape?
No.
I mean, hey, this is Yachty keeps wanting to get Josh as a fan. That's his main goal, I think, at this point.
Yeah.
Because his last album was like kind of Tame and Polly and shit like that, and he's like step in the right direction. But now he has a James Blake album. You love James Blake. It's just like he wants you. He's giving you a hand, being like, here,
sorry,
eat for me.
I'm sorry. I have a girlfriend. Lil Yachty.
Damn.
You heard it here first.
Lil Yachty's got no bitches, man. I can't believe it. No, he's a fucking father at this point. And they both are, I think.
He's also a competitor in the podcasting space. which means we are cutting ties with Lil Yachty as a...
He's a podcast?
You'd never seen Lil Yachty's podcast?
No. Never even heard of it.
Bro, you need to get onto TikTok.
Dude.
He actually had James
I gotta
Blake
get
on
off of TikTok.
an episode.
I gotta get on my podcasting app and fucking find this.
James Blake was the first white guy to be on that show. He broke the ceiling for all of us.
Oh my god. Anything's possible. Just like JoeJas said. Yeah, so...
But yeah, James Blake is such an interesting guy in the hip-hop scene.
I was listening to Assume Form again, and like that's such a great album.
Which is that one again?
What?
What was that one again?
It was like his. It had Travis Scott on it.
What was the cover?
It's just him sort of like going like this.
Yeah, okay. I think I recognize that.
It's just so good. I really love Friends That Break Your Heart too, but like that one is just like it's just so good. The song Don't Miss It is like is a devastating song. It's really good.
Yeah,
The title track is great too.
I got into James Blake from that Friends That Break Your Heart. Yeah, that one. And I actually have the CD of it.
Yo, real fan right here.
So
2 real fans.
And
I'm a fucking bloke right now, man. I don't have any James Blake CDs.
I know we're bumping on the way home.
Dude.
But yeah, there was like, it's Sad Englishman, but it's like experimental and like hip-hoppy a little bit as well.
Yeah,
and
but then
like,
he can have a whole other album that can be completely not, like no hip-hop artist, nothing like that, completely his own thing.
Yeah.
But then he's free to come back in the hip-hop world and
I haven't
dabble.
listened to any of his non-hip-hop music.
No.
Really.
I barely listened to much at all, really.
Yeah.
But I've always fucked with him on features. I don't remember the first time I've heard him though. Like, what would have been one of his earlier features that?
Like Stop Trying to Be God was one of his big hits.
Yeah, that was pretty big. I guess that was around the time where he was, getting more into the hip hop shit.
I don't know, but yeah, like not everybody in the hip hop game has like had him on a track. Only like a handful of people that he's worked with. But at this point, it's a pretty big list. Like he had JID on one of his albums as well.
Yeah, Slow Tie was on there. I think he has an Andre 3000 song or some shit like that. I could be completely wrong.
Oh
but
yeah, and he was on Slow Tie's album as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, just this nice Englishman, who randomly just exists in the world, and I didn't see this bad cameo collab album coming out. Like
This was not on anyone's bingo
gobsmacked.
card for the year, I don't think. I think they had teased it, like, maybe at the beginning of the year, but I kind of forgot about it, and then we're like, oh shit, like, this is actually happening. Like,
it's really the first Lil Yachty collab album, and I've been thinking there should be Lil Yachty collab albums coming up.
Is that the only Yachty collab album?
I mean, he did a bunch of songs with Drake. He did a bunch of songs with...
Well, there's the Concrete Boys album, which is a kind of...
Kyle. He did like a few songs with Kyle. But he's definitely in the spirit of collaboration in like this year.
Yeah. And
even last year with the Let's Start Here album as well.
Yeah, he did a song with like Faye Webster or some shit like that, like some indie artist. Like he's really out there doing shit, man. Like,
yeah.
Good on him. I think he on Instagram teased today that the YG verse on one of his new songs, Lil Yachty's songs, and I'm like, okay, so he can do James Blake and he can do YG. Like, this is the range. Can be crazy.
Yeah, Lil Yachty is an enigma for sure. Yeah. I don't like all his songs. I don't like all his like.
I'm
music.
a bigger fan than you, I think.
But I can admit when he like strikes gold on a specific track.
I was thinking this the other day too. I'm like, is there only 2 or 3 Lil Yachty albums that are like above an 8 out of 10 though? I'd say like Little Boat 1 is for sure.
I don't think
great.
I would put him up in like 9 out of 10 territory necessarily, because like there's just always like Teenage Emotions is like it's a nostalgic album for me, but like there's like half of it is like pretty bad.
Yeah, that one is maybe a 6 at the best, but I think Little Boat 1, Let's Start Here, and maybe Little Boat 2 are probably his best ones.
Yeah, I don't remember Lil Boat 2 as much.
I remember really liking it, but I haven't gone back to it in a while, so maybe it deserves a re-listen. But
there was actually a clip going around of him on his podcast talking about how he hates the song One Night and thinks it sucks. And I was like...
I feel like every artist, when they get a little bit big for their britches and pretentious, they're like, oh, I hate my music. You know what I'm saying? Like... Oh yeah, this shit
I don't
actually
know.
sucks,
Yeah.
man. Only the new shit I'm doing is good. I'm like, man, like, no, you don't have to fucking dismiss your entire catalog because you're doing some James Blake collab album, like.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I think he said some other shit too recently about like how hip hop's in a really bad place right now, and everyone's just clowning on him, being like, "Are you kidding?" Like, there's so much good shit. It's just underground. Like, it's not like mainstream hip hop isn't great right now.
Yeah.
But there's plenty of as much good rap as there always was.
You gotta remember he's still like pretty young.
Yeah, and he got clowned for the whole you know, I don't listen to Tupac or Biggie comment from back in the day, and I'm like, shit, man, me neither.
Yeah. he could have been a joke alongside Lil Xan and Lil Skies.
It could have gone way wrong for him
Yeah.
if he got addicted to lean too early. Now he's addicted to lean when he's rich, so now he can fucking get away with it.
Is he?
Well, yeah, the cover of the fucking album is the lean cup.
Oh shit.
It's a funny album cover. It's
Look at me not even getting like basic shit.
Oh, show Josh, because it's the two vibes. It's the James Blake English shit, and then the Lil Yachty Atlanta shit. It's pretty hard. It is kind of just a mix of both of their sounds, but like Lil Yachty's "Let's Start Here" sound.
I was expecting to not like it, and at first I was kind of
Yeah, me too. At
weirded
first I
out.
was like, I don't like what, like this is crazy, but also I didn't love it.
Yeah, it did kind of win me over by the end of it on my first listen. Then I gave it another listen like yesterday, just to confirm my feelings.
Yeah.
And maybe it was just it struck me in a specific mood. I was like, this is actually genius. Maybe I need to give it a third listen to realize,
Right.
wait, this actually isn't
Start picking
genius.
apart some shit. Yeah. No, I've listened to it like maybe twice, and it's grown on me a little bit for sure as well.
But there's a couple songs I have to definitely shout out. Like I don't have as extensive notes on this or whatever, but I want to look up the lyrics for that first song.
Save the Savior. Yeah, that's one of the best ones. He's kind of like rapping. He's like starts off like he's rapping though. Like this could be a trap verse on a fucking, you know.
He has a crazy verse, but for some reason Spotify's not showing me lyrics. And
told him it's all mine. No ifs, ands, or buts. Told my agent I want to be treated just like a slut. Pay me directly after. Close the book with a folded page to keep the chapter. Is this the verse? The first one?
yeah.
Told my grandma how much chain cost, like I slapped her. And this is on a James Blake. Like out of the context, this is like, what the fuck is this? Did a couple roles, but in my raps, I'm not an actor. My baby mama, extra straggly. She happy that I saved her. Sister cook with flavor. Homies think I'm a player.
Yeah, he's kind of talking his shit on the
Rock more
verse.
plain Jane Rolexes like John Mayer. Crazy. He might have to cut off his ear like Van Gogh type shit.
Yeah, I thought that was clever too. Yeah, okay. That you basically got all the parts I thought were funny. I just like him talking his shit at this point because, like you said, like there have been a lot of media mishaps or whatever where he said some things and had some people, you know, shit talking him, and you know, whenever Lil Yachty gets posted on Academic's page, I mean, I always look at the comments, and maybe the comments are kind of unrepresentative, but it's always people clowning him, saying he's sus, he's whatever, he's wearing, you know, painting his nails, and you know, he's weird, or oh, this bro is zesty, bro, the way bro is standing is zesty.
No,
or whatever.
I think it's just the fact that DJ Khaled, Academics fucking has just toxic fan base, and it's gonna be toxic every time you look at the post, right? Like,
but I think that is representative of like a certain mainstream opinion about him being like weird or like not, you know, not. But I think he
it's a bit of a weirdo, but like
he consistently
it works.
proves them wrong in his music though, and I like hearing him clapping back at the haters on his track.
Talk a shit.
Also later on in the album, like he's talking about, I had to grow up in front of everybody, you know, like I wasn't able to make mistakes.
On everything I did, like,
you know, and I kind of empathize with his point there because like when he blew up, he was like 18 and he was like literally like eating pizza every day, like
no vegetables, like
crazy,
he was,
like, you know, just such a weirdo from the start. But you know,
that was the appeal though, because we
endearing.
were teenagers as well at the same time, so it was, or like early 20s or whatever. So it was like, we're like, yeah, we can relate. Like this is a person we can relate to, or is funny or whatever, and then grow up kind of together at the same time, and then his music evolves and gets more mature with it at the same time. It's like, it's always a nice welcome
I mean, it's growing up with the
like
music.
Mac Miller too, like that's like, that was so huge about his music with me, was that grow up with it. So Lil Yachty I definitely hold like that, like Summer Songs 2 and Little Boat 1 those are like classics to me,
but
not as much Summer Songs 2, but nostalgia is fun.
I don't co-sign everything Lil Yachty does and says though. Like I don't, you know, he's just, you know, he's out
it's not
there.
perfect, no,
But I enjoy his his lyricism.
I really liked In Grey as well.
That was like some trippy shit.
Yeah, like this is like half the time I'm just like, man, I feel like I just should be like on shrooms or something, or like on acid. Like,
Yeah.
I need to trip to this.
No, it's kind of intense.
Yeah.
Midnight was like a love song.
Yeah, I like that one too.
That's the one where like they're actually collabing on the song, like.
Yeah, going back and forth a little bit, like almost.
And I was like, I just wasn't sure if this was even working yet, you know. But like by the end, like there was a James Blake part that was like really good, like classic James Blake.
Yeah. He goes crazy on this album too. Like he
doesn't hold
crazy,
back at all.
crazy notes that he hits and shit. Vocal effects, like it's all there.
I actually really like the next track, Woo.
I don't remember that one as much. Was that one more like?
It was one of the more upbeat, dancey kind of ones with one of these like new style beats that is like, you know, should be in some like snowboarding video game from 1999 or whatever. But like the verses are all kind of like this, you know, like I'm hurt, like hurt feelings like towards a chick or whatever. Like that kind of like those kinds of verses. That was pretty funny. I like that one. Bad Cameo. Don't leave me down a dark path. They keep saying it over and over again. That one worked. I could see they were cooking on that one, and it was like, it started off real slow, and like the songs definitely like they took you on a journey.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm like going back and listening to this that much or whatever.
No, because it's a lot. Like there's a lot. Some of the songs are long too, and it's just like there's a lot of moving parts and a lot of different moments where it's like, okay, like.
But like if this was a show, I would go to see it. Like you know, I would just like the experience of the music.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, that'd be great. A joint tour too. That'd be nuts.
Like just the sound of this album was. It's like hard to put into words, like because it was
people were saying
weird.
It was like I was reading comments before I listened to it, but when it dropped, and they were like, "This is like some neo soul type shit," and I'm like, "Neo soul? Is that neo? I don't know anything about neo soul. Is this neo soul? Do you know what neo soul?
Yeah, I know what neo soul is.
Can you describe it for the podcast and for us out here?
D'Angelo and Erykah Badu, and I would describe Anderson .Paak a little bit. Really neo soul inspired, like Questlove and the Roots and stuff. And
well, it doesn't sound like any of those guys, but I mean, it could be in there somewhere.
Maybe it's more about like I think the content of the music necessarily than just like the sound.
Yeah. But it sounds like futuristic and shit too. Like it doesn't sound like the Roots, right? Like
it sounds much more like, you know, fucking David Guetta. No, I can't think of a single like art like. I don't know anything about this genre of music of like EDM inspired kind of stuff. Same. It's kind of out there. I'm out of my depth. Mom, come get me.
Mom, I'm out of my depth. Come get me.
I wandered into talking about something I don't really know much about.
And now I'm scared. Missing Man, that one was one of the first ones that was like, okay, this one's great. Missing Man.
I didn't like that one.
Really? Damn.
Kind of annoyed me.
We're just out of sync today, man. What can I say? No,
I wasn't that bad. I just missing man. Like I was like, okay,
I get it. He's missing. Go find him then.
I really liked the song Twice.
I don't remember that one really much at all.
All right.
Cause I listened to it one time all the way through, and then I have my fucking all my new shit in one playlist, and I shuffle that, and then hear new songs that I want to hear. But I haven't edited it in a while, so there's a lot of new songs on there, so I haven't heard this as much.
No, it was just like a good kind of like confidence boosting kind of track.
Yeah.
And they trade verses, and well, he doesn't necessarily rap, James Blake, but they mesh well on that one.
They sync.
Yeah, and then like there was a real like devastating piano thing at the like near the end. Run Away from the Rabbit. Yeah,
that one was crazy. That one was first listen I was like, okay, this one's
like it was actually a very emotional album.
Yeah. I could see myself when I listened to it recently, just like peeking into like the depth and the emotion and like kind of getting into it, but not fully. I just got to listen to it again, like all the way through.
Yeah, it'll click for you, and then you'll call me
up.
Sure,
because I'm a Yachty fan, so it'll probably end up in some of the top albums of the year, but we'll see how that shakes out.
Yeah,
undetermined.
Interesting stuff. All right, let's move on. Let's hit a couple random shits.
Just some quick stuff. Did you listen to the Kaytranada album?
No.
Did you hear the song Witchy with Childish Gambino?
Yeah, I heard that one.
All right, that's...
Oh, it says no space for on the memory card.
Oh, fuck. We went long. No, yeah, Witchy is crazy, but the Thundercat song is great. The Anderson .Paak and Sir one is great. There's some other ones that are like, all right, these are pretty good, but it's a lot of artists that I don't really know all that well, so it's kind of hard for me to care. I don't know, in a weird way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don Toliver's song was all right too, like, but Witchy is the best song there by a country mile to me. Like, I love it.
By a country mile. Wow.
Yeah.
You don't hear that
a whole country
phrase
mile
every day.
No city mile, no big city mile. But yeah, Gambino on like the fucking on a just a crazy dance club type song. Like it's nuts.
Yeah.
The vocals are crazy.
Let's talk about it. Cody LaRae. Yeah. Can you believe he betrayed the rap community,
dude,
by singing over a
he
guitar?
Said he was gonna. What can you say? I mean,
it was great. Who's Lithonia?
We'll find out in the movie. Have you seen the trailer of the movie?
No.
It looks pretty good.
It's about a guy trying to be an actor or something.
No, he's Bando Stone. It's the end of the world, apocalypse movie. He thinks he's the last guy on Earth, and then he meets this woman and child, and the child in the movie is played by his oldest son, Legend Glover.
Oh, and nobody gives a fuck about him?
Yeah, he's like, I'm a singer. I'm Bando Stone. Don't you know me? She's like, no, we have to survive. And he was like, but I can't do anything but sing. And she's like, do you know how to canoe? Do you know how to fucking fight? Do you know how to kill animals? Do you know how to grow garden? He's like, no, I just know how to sing. Like, I don't know how to do anything. And he's just incompetent the whole time.
Right.
But the visuals look pretty crazy. Like, I'll be seated. I think it's an IMAX only, which is crazy. But I gotta go, man. I have to. But yeah, this song, for all the people that were like super excited online, being like, he's gonna rap again, man, it's gonna be great. And then we get a fucking Weezer song almost.
It's a soundtrack to a movie. Like, you can't really wrap your way through a movie.
Exactly.
It reminded me of like, nothing hurts anymore, I feel kind of free.
Yeah. Yeah, in terms of like the epic, grandiose type shit, for sure.
No, it was like, it felt like a soundtrack song in that, like, the lyrics are a little, he's telling the story that's going to be more
it has to do with the movie,
on, explained in the movie.
But you don't have to know or even watch the movie to enjoy the song, to me at least. Like,
yeah, because it's kind of a general, like, it's easy enough to get what he's talking about.
And it's just, his vocals are so tight on the whole thing. Like,
yeah.
I was worried at the snippet, like the just no instrumental snippet that we were getting, like I was teasing on TikTok and shit. I'm like, what kind of song is this? Like, what? I don't get what he's doing.
Yeah.
Like, what? I was a little bit worried, but then I'm like, no, it expands to this whole other fucking thing, man. It's crazy. He also had his own little pop-up show, evidently in New York, where he did the listening party for the album.
Yeah.
And there's apparently it's very much a mix of like all of this stuff. Like, there's rapping on it. There's fucking a little bit like 31520 or Out of Vista, I guess. Like, there's a little bit of everything, but like there's some songs that are just rapping, like straight up like bars, verses, and shit. Some songs that are like, he has Legend, his son, on a song. He has a Fouché and Steve Lacy song, which is crazy. I think he has two Fouché songs, which is like Fouché, yes, and Gambino. That's
two Fouchés for the price of one.
I gotta get some credit for that, because I was into Fouché a while ago. Man. I gotta give me some points. Where's the little fucking docket? We should have overall clout docket up here on the burned into the screen, that you can see all of our points throughout the years. Yeah, who's up?
Yeah, but
the audience knows.
I was on JoeJas back in 2020.
Shit, you got me there. I can't remember who else. Yeat's gonna be on it. Yeat and Donald Glover.
Oh god. Yeah, I know. Because I saw a thing where like the two of them were talking about what's going to happen in the future. Is it going to be dystopia, or is it going to be all colorful and crazy?
And Yeat says like, no, it's going to be
gray.
Says, no,
it's going to be terrible.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I do have to agree with you. The future is going to be a corporate
looking
hell.
Grim. Yeah, looking grim. But yeah, I'm super excited about this shit. I can't believe it's dropping literally. By the time this is out, it might be. By the time this podcast is out, it might be out. Yeah. So just know that that's what I'm listening to right now, audience.
There were so many things that came out.
We don't have to talk about much.
Don Toliver album.
I didn't listen to it. I want to, but I didn't.
Boldy James and the Conductor.
You listen to that one?
I did listen to it. It was great. I don't no thoughts. I just liked
No thoughts, head empty. Okay. Perfect. The Mustard, DJ Mustard, Travis Scott song. Make Any Waves? No, don't bother. New Action Bronson song, new album coming. We mentioned it before, called Sega.
Yeah.
Alchemist beat. The beat is a little bit nutty, but the lyrics are there. It's classic Action Bronson. So looking forward to that.
Yo, way left field choice here.
Yes. Give it to me.
Quavo and Lana Del Rey.
Oh, that one was crazy.
It was actually a good song.
Yeah.
I liked it, and I was like,
I forgot about that one already.
I wasn't really surprised because I know Quavo has done a lot of pop features over the years.
He has a pretty big reach. Yeah, he's been on Justin Bieber shit, and Lana Del Rey has had Playboy Cardi on a song, like,
yeah,
and ASAP Rocky. Like, yes, there's
been plenty of collaborations, but this one worked.
Yeah, I thought it was.
The song was called Tough. It was kind of, like, it had sort of like an old school, like, it's the old West, kind of vibe.
But it's still
to
in the
it.
music video. It's still Quavo out there in the fucking chains and the shit, like, looking like just like Quavo. Man, that's great, man.
No,
Quavo.
I was a bit surprised because I don't always fuck with Quavo's music, like his solo music, but that was great.
We will talk about the Lucky Day album next episode, but so far I'm just gonna say I've been loving it. I love the kind of more live instrumentation, the full band kind of effect really works well. That's what I kind of liked about his original or his OG album, Painted. Kind of the more like live drums kind of shit was more my bag. It's yeah, I mean, I've listened to it once, so we'll get into it next time. I do want to have a really special shout out for the new Mustafa song, Gaza is Calling. You see that one in the video as well. It's fucking insane. It's heartbreaking. It's nuts. Bel Hadid is in it, which is crazy. Like, he did a pop-out show as well for Gaza, though, with like Earl Sweatshirt. Talib Kweli was there. A few other people were there. I'm like, this is great, man. This is...
Yeah, I did remember seeing that, but at the same time, like, I feel like it was memory hold and like
100. No, he said it was
media,
because
like, blackout over the whole thing.
He said he got a lot of people in his messages being like, "Yo, I know you dropped the song, but I can't find it anywhere. Like, it's not on your socials. I can't, like, they couldn't see it, like, which is insane." He had to call it like Gaza is calling with like an @ symbol in one of the A's or something, because
they're just blocking the word.
The fucking word, which is
like, this is the world we fucking live in.
I know. We don't want to get too dark and too deep with it this late into the fucking podcast, but it's a very special song, beautiful song.
But speaking of like people who've been vocal about Gaza forever, I was actually reading into like some of Lupe Fiasco's past,
right, and
how a lot of people think he was kind of blackballed from the industry because he was speaking out about Palestine a lot, including on the song "Words I Never Said."
I remember that song. I listened to that one way back in the day. Like, that was...
Yeah, he had a thing, Gaza Strip was getting bombed, Obama didn't say shit. Like, this was during the Obama era.
Yeah.
Like,
no one was saying, like,
everyone was just happy, like, oh, it's so cool, we have a black president. But, like, realize he was letting the same evil shit happen all around the world. So, but Lupe Fiasco, the reason I mention it is because he also put out a new album.
Yeah.
I don't really have my thoughts all together on it, but I did enjoy it on my first couple listens. He's, lyrically on a different level. I kind of didn't realize that he's been putting out projects consistently for the last while.
And apparently they've all been great. Like, he's been on a pretty good run. And Lupe's been a enigma to me because, like, I probably should have gotten into him. Like, I remember I listened to Tetsuo in youth, but that was a pretty, like, heady, experimental 10-minute song album. I probably should have started with, like, The Cool or some shit like that. Food and Liquor was one of his big albums. It came out 2013 era, I think. That's when I really got into. Nice.
I mean, he was big with the song Kick Push.
Kick Push is great. Yeah, he has classic songs for sure.
The Show Goes On. Like, he was up there with these other rappers. But then, his career kind of, like, he's kind of went, like, underground. And, like, he did other things, like, got involved in different projects. He, like, went to China and, like, learned, like, martial arts and stuff. Like, he's crazy.
Yeah, he is a samurai.
And him and actually, there's this thing about how him, Kanye, and Pharrell Williams were in a group called Child Rebel Soldier.
Oh, I think I
from
remember hearing about that. Yeah.
07 to like 2012, 13 or something.
Yeah.
They broke up. But that's just such a crazy like blast from the past.
Yeah.
That era, those three people working together.
That's nuts. Yeah, this new album, I was like, this sounds like if Logic tried really hard, you know?
Yeah,
Like just the style, because like the nerd kind of rap, the style. No, 100%. But it's the same kind of style of rap to me. At least that's what I got from the first like listen or two. I'm just like, oh yeah, this is what Logic could have been. This is back in the day, like when I was listening to Logic, I was like, oh, this is great, but like he's gonna get so much better. Like that's probably what I hoped it to be. The whole, and especially the fact that the whole album's a concept album of fucking Amy Winehouse if she was a battle rapper, which is like the most insane. Like who the fuck thinks of that? I know.
Only Lupe.
Yeah, what the hell? That's like if we tried to do an album where it was like Green Day, but they were like a Suicide Boys type Florida rap group, and like Billy Joe OD'd in 2019 or some shit like that. That's if we try to do a concept album like that.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
That's hey, we can trademark that. Who's who?
It's called
I'm Billy Joel.
Instead of American Idiot.
I'm Sean. Billy Joe.
I thought you said Billy Joel.
I did say Billy Joel, but I meant I'm also Billy Joel.
I'm obviously Trey Cool.
I was gonna say you're Trey Cool, yeah, because he's Mike.
I guess I'm Mike Dirt.
Yeah.
But instead of American Idiot, it's called American Jizziot. No. Keep writing. Keep coming up with ideas.
Rapcast 68, baby. I mean, yeah.
Canadian Idiot? No. Okay.
No.
All right, I'm done.
Been done.
Yeah, weird album.
Lupe album. Yeah. The self-titled song Samurai is fantastic. That was one I listened to a few weeks ago. I was like, this is great. And then you put me on the album, and then I'm like, all right, this is all really good. So
yeah,
looking forward to listening to that some more.
Oh, here's a random thing.
Yes.
MIA is selling tinfoil hats now. Have you seen this?
Come again?
MIA, the British,
the singer,
rapper singer.
Yeah.
She went insane, Kanye style rants like a few years ago. Part of it was like anti-vax stuff and like just anti a lot of things.
Yeah.
And then she went crazy, and then now she's coming back. She's selling tinfoil. It's like a bucket hat, but it's like in the tinfoil style.
That's kind of sick, though.
And she claims that it's going to block 99% of radioactive waves, or
Man, she's on one of those theories. That's like a basic ass tinfoil hat theory.
5G waves.
I figured she'd be into something deeper than that shit. That's like rudimentary.
No, but yeah, I saw that post.
I mean, hey, she's getting money,
But I follow a lot of
Side
like
hustle.
insane rappers just to see what they're up to, like Azalea Banks.
Yeah.
She's like selling
nuts.
essential oils and stuff like that.
That's not that bad.
She went on this whole rant about Tyler the Creator that was pretty funny. Yeah, I don't know. She also had a whole beef with Lupe Fiasco back in the day as well.
He's beef with some weird people too. I think him and fucking Gambino had a beef too.
Him and Kid Cudi still don't like each other.
Lupe Fiasco was one of the classic. That's what Kid Cudi called Poopy Fiasco. Yeah, Lupe Fiasco, which is
man.
yeah.
Kid Cudi sucks. All right,
there we go. I want to give a shout out to the new Duckai album. Come on, we're here, especially for the summers. That's what it is. ESP for the summer, something like that. Yeah, vibes. He's doing different shit on it too. Like, it's not like my favorite song is probably "Life Is Honest." Like his classic Duckai kind of sound. One of our buddies out in Josh is in the fucking band. He's the guitarist in the band out in Hamilton, and making some cool R&B shit. There was like a hip hop song on here too, like with a
Kiss
feature.
The Cook
that one was crazy.
With Gisso, who's the drummer?
Oh, nice. That's sick.
That he slid on that one. That was talking about
kiss the cook,
cooking.
They stuck to the theme really well of the imagery and shit. And he had those. I don't know. He can speak fucking Spanish. The Spanish track.
He's been learning Spanish.
That's crazy. Yeah, that one caught me off guard.
Yeah, I think the idea was. I mean, I guess we could talk to him about
Club
it.
Summer. It's called Especially Club Summer EP.
We'll get him on the pod eventually. Yeah, there was a dance club track at the end. Like, it was kind of like this whole summer, like, these are just some vibes for the summer that I want to put out.
Yeah, it's like music that he wants to hear this summer.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was pretty solid. Shouts out to Duckai. Shout out to us, man, because we did it. The camera just died. I think that's a sign from Jesus H. Christ himself, aka Anderson .Paak, that it's time to go. I think.
Yeah, I think it might.
Is that everything? I mean, that's everything I want to talk
Pharrell
about.
put out a song for the Despicable Me 4.
All right, 68 Rapcast. Shout out JoeJas, man. Check out our next episode. We'll be live in Toronto. We might have a special game or things lined up for that one as well. Concert reviews. We're out here. We'll be doing stuff. So check it out.
We're in the streets.
Keep it on lock. Keep our fucking Instagram and TikTok on lock at SuperFinger Inc. INC. And we're about to lock lips right now, I think. So
Pride is over. Not over here. Pride's
not
every
in
day.
yeah, not over here. Every day.
All right. Now press delete.
Might delete later.
Like, man, what the fuck? Y'all niggas can't tell me nothing. They grinding till I see blood. Like, man, what the